Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. How is everyone doing? We hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, and Tuesday means it is time for Dinner and a Game's World of Darkness open world game where we all attempt to survive the Seattle night with our sanity and our souls intact. I can't guarantee the rest of them, but I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I am your storyteller for the evening and the man who is going to be in charge of torturing these people for your enjoyment. Tips are welcome if you can pay me in bits, and I will pick a specific person and I will torture them individually.
I'm sorry, what?
Is that me? I wasn't.
Is that for real?
Okay. All right.
Oh boy. Where's that function?
It's nowhere. I didn't make it. It's funny. That was just a joke. I would
'Cause
never
would
do
like
that
to
to you
torture Mark.
guys.
I would like to torture Mark.
Torture Mark.
Gosh.
Just torture Mark, everyone. Just throw it all in for Mark. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
No one likes cats.
I like cats.
I love cats.
M likes cats. Spix likes cats. You're a liar.
I'm actively trying to find like a way to get my first cat, but still.
Where is the
that's
cat
what
love
I'm
during the game?
It goes out to lunch. Anyway.
I mean, if the cat would love us the way the cat loves itself, then I mean that.
Oh, that's
I mean,
never gonna
they love
happen.
Vera.
Cat.
It's never
He's a
gonna
cat.
happen. Not
That's
even
never gonna
ever.
happen.
No.
They have an infatuation with Vera. Like, it's not quite love, but like.
Infatuation.
Oh right, that rivalry is gonna start pulling up. That's gonna
Oh,
be
Jesus
fun.
Christ.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
That's gonna be so fun.
Boy.
You know, you claimed I was petty because I wanted the chair that you think was yours first, and now you're trying to go after Vera, the person that you wanted nothing to do with.
But she's gay. I know she's gay now.
Oh, she's gay.
I know she's gay now.
It's all there, ladies and gentlemen. Go back and check the VODs. Check out on YouTube. Everything they're talking about has already happened.
You literally went from "I'll pass her a one word note" to, but she's gay though.
But she's gay though, so
Oh wait, and she's a goth.
and she's a god.
The only thing we need
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
is all we need now is an appraisal of breast size, and she may qualify.
Yeah. We don't know.
Well,
We don't know.
shit.
Oh, we've already gone downhill. I'm so sorry.
Emrys might be able to
We've
confirm,
already-
having walked in on her maybe once or twice. But you know,
Right, though.
it's awkward, so Emrys may not confirm.
He'd be like, she's
Yeah, a gay goth.
Female.
That's not even shocking.
It's like, yes, she is a lady.
she is a woman. Why do you ask?
So, everyone, thank you very much for showing up tonight. The chaos has already begun, and it will only get worse from here. So, sit down, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. Guys, how have y'all been this week? I know that we were chatting a lot while I was getting everything set up, and pretty much, I think everyone's had an okay week. Me and Sphinx excluded.
Yeah, I took a week off from everything
I
last
know
week.
you
It was
did.
nice.
You needed
was-
a mental health week.
I did.
So,
Also, yeah.
speaking of, Em, now that your
Yes.
your vacation is over, who are you going to be playing tonight?
I will be playing Lady Rosaline, our lovely she. If you don't know what a she is, they are from Changeling the Dreaming, and she's a bit of a mess right now. She has technically switched courts as of last session.
The hydrates have begun from Celtic Wyvern King,
Ah.
sorry.
Kellen, no, I know who that is.
I know.
That was weird.
I've watched ADH enough to know what happens now. Oh wait, I gotta change that out. Cassie's still on here. I still got the stuff from Tuesday night's show or Wednesday night show. So sorry. So let me fix that while I ask Sphinx, who are you going to be playing tonight?
You know how I'm, to quote John Mulaney, you know how I'm usually full of rage?
Yes.
I'm not usually full of rage as Emrys, but I am playing Emrys Malik Grant, who is our Order of Hermes mage, a la Harry Dresden. He owns a bookshop / cafe / occult bookshop situation, and excited to play him now that he has been robbed of his empathy. It's gonna be a good time. He has virtually become Spock, and it is fantastic.
It has been wonderful, and it's going to get even more wonderful this evening. Thank you so much for letting me alter your character so drastically, and you guys being willing to go along with it. It has been wonderful. Milagros, who are you going to be playing this evening?
I am playing Pandora, our Black Fury werewolf. Put all of my stats into having big muscles, and that's it. So all this stuff that's going on, yeah, she's totally gonna know how to handle it with tact, and totally not fuck something up. Also, in the middle of having a gay crisis because the vampire in the party turns out she's a gay goth GF, which shit. Can't say no to that. So and at this point there's a conversation between them that's like a fucking month in the making, and I'm just waiting for that moment.
We're biding our time.
Am I gonna play matchmaker dad in this stream too? Is that what's happening?
Please.
Can you play matchmaker dad while you're lacking all of your empathy? Like,
With
it's just
literally-
gonna be
Yeah,
like
you can't. You
can.
can't.
You just don't care how anybody else feels in the situation.
Oh no, that's worse.
Oh, God,
Wait,
this is gonna
Is
be
that
terrible. I love
matchmaker
it.
dad,
Oh,
or is
God. Oh,
that
God.
arranged marriage dad?
And
Arranged marriage
Arranged
dad.
marriage dad.
No.
Oh no! And you're in the
Kip
house
Walker.
with Rosaline right now. You're in the house with Rosaline right now. No, no.
Oh, this is all gonna go so fucking well
Oh,
tonight.
God.
Nothing is gonna fucking fall off the rails and burn.
It might tonight. A
I
lot
was
more
gonna
than we
say.
think.
I should have just called off and watched Free Guy. All right. Hi, Crip Walker. If you didn't hear us say hi earlier, Ivy.
Hi.
Hi, Goth girlfriend. Other than being
Hi.
the Goth girlfriend, Ivy, who are you playing tonight?
Yeah, I'm playing Vera Rota. She is La Sombra vampire. She is the failed nun of the party, the vampire, the goth GF, who's not yet a GF. She's just the
I mean,
goth.
she's everybody's GF. Let's just
You're
face
right
it.
though. You're right though. I just want Mark to be like, I literally called it first. Like, excuse
Mark
me.
is going dibs.
Excuse me. It's like, yeah. So I'm playing Vera Rhoda. She is the best friend of Emery's and is currently wondering what the hell is happening with everybody else. As she woke up from a nap, from crying blood. Pandora had cleaned her face and was talking to her, and now she's not. And
I was hoping you'd forget about
nope.
that. but-
And everybody is
Oh.
not like everyone's upset or acting weird. She has no idea what's happening. It's a
I
good
should
time.
make you make like some kind of some notice type of roll to go. Pandora stopped talking to me right after she started yelling about me being gay.
Weird.
Why?
How do the two correlate? I feel like Vera is standing off to one side with a string board. Like, this would all connect.
She's gone full Pepe Sylvia.
She
And-
has.
Jessica is not.
She's
with
like, I
us-
learned this from Emrys.
Yeah, I learned this from Emery. Jessica's not with us tonight. Last session, Jessica's character may have become the first casualty of the game. We're going to be having updates on that next week and see what's going on with that. But Jessica is taking the night off as well, so she will possibly be back next week, and we'll see what happens with that. But Jonathan, who are you playing this evening?
I am playing Mark, who is probably going to be the one least traumatized by this whole session because he's super excited to go to the ball. He can't wait to be around the fairies again. He is like just totally oblivious to half the drama that seems to be happening right now because he's like happy in his own little world. So unless something goes off the rails, like he might just be content the whole night.
I was
Mark
gonna
is
say-
You called shotgun on the Uber, and you're like, "Yep, this is fine. Life's good."
I know. He's like just driving in an Uber, having a great time.
Using
Like,
my black
Rosalind
card.
hasn't noticed yet that he has her Uber black card number.
Well, you're not actually using the card. You're just using the number that's saved to your Uber account. So
Well,
she
that's
won't
what
even.
she doesn't realize that I have the number.
I know,
so,
but
like,
I was gonna say she won't realize that until she gets her statement.
will she realize when the statement comes in, or will it just seem like all the other expenses?
I don't know. You know,
Actually, she reads her statements, and then Alfred does all the budgeting.
I was gonna say I would be more likely that Alfred notices rather than
Yeah.
Rosalind. Ma'am, why are we taking two different Ubers at the same time?
What?
No, but Mark has a plan. Mark has a plan for that.
Please tell
Mark
me,
has a plan for that.
Please tell me
He's
that-
just planning to
that
buy a
Alfred-
bunch of stuff Alfred would like and have it delivered to the house.
Please tell me
Oh yes,
that
all the Amazon packages on her front porch.
I want Alfred to have like a specific side budget that's just like for the rest of us. It's like, here's the other expenses, and here's
mean-
like what they're spending.
Rosalie
like-
may
and-
have to like ask Alfred, can you budget for the
Look,
What was
the gift tag in the Amazon boxes, Ray, might say, "We'll see if the boxes keep coming next month or not."
Oh my god.
Vaguely threatening. Okay.
Dot,
And
dot,
all,
Vaguely
all,
threatening.
all the gift boxes are tagged from Kitty to Daddy.
I hate that. Holy
Wait,
shit. I hate it here.
Wait, okay, hold
Wow.
on. For the packages, hold on.
Wow.
Hold on. For
What?
the packages, for who's daddy in this situation though?
That's a good question. I hate
That's
it
the
here.
problem.
Is it Alfred?
Oh,
Is it
no.
Rosaline? Is it Rosaline?
Is it brisket?
Is it
It's
brisket?
brisket. It's brisket for sure.
So,
brisket.
for all of you who are watching this in
Oh my
total
God.
confusion as to what the fuck we're talking about,
God.
this
Hate it
is
here.
this is a TTRPG that's being played this evening, which is based off of White Wolf's World of Darkness world. There are lots of books for this game. We're playing the 20th anniversary version, which is utilizing the older rules and the older plot lines that were out there, and the older storylines and NPCs and everything like that. This game has multiple layers. There's all kinds of supernatural creatures, and normally they're very isolationist, very stratified. Werewolves hang out with werewolves, vampires hang out with vampires, mages hang out with mages, and the fae hang out with the fae, and they don't usually cross paths because there's a lot of resentment and a lot of inner supernatural miscommunications that happen quite often that cause a lot of tension. But on rare occasions, there are members of those supernatural societies who do not fit in with their societies, and they become what are called orphans. And sometimes these supernatural orphans will band together because they don't have the protection of being part of any clan or tribe or house or anything like that. So they band together in order to form a supernatural, what would you say, a supernatural help group? I don't know.
Organization.
Support group?
Community.
Support group, yeah. A supernatural support. They sit around in a circle and they talk about their feelings. This is the game we're playing right now. This game is set in Seattle. It's set in present time, and when we last left off, some of the crew had taken what they hoped was a shortcut through the near dreaming, being led by Lady Rosaline's fiance Finn, where they were trying to get to San Francisco quickly because Lady Rosaline has a clandestine meeting with a mysterious figure before she has to. Is Finn still sus? Before she has to present herself to court. The king has ordered that she and her former fiance Finn possibly have to actually go through with the wedding that Lady Rosaline gave up her title and all her holdings to avoid, even though now she's been making out with Finn in the library. So anyway.
Yes,
So-
Finn is a Finn is a she.
And Vera, Mark, and Pandora are on a flight from Seattle to San Francisco, trying to catch up and meet up with everyone there. and Mark has has successfully stolen Lady Rosaline's black card, Amex black card number, and has been charging everything to it.
I didn't steal it. She gave it to me, and then she took it back, but didn't realize I memorized the number. She didn't say I couldn't know the number. She just said I couldn't have the card. Those are two very different things.
They are, and she will realize her mistake of her actions later. So
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, she's not even going to be mad about it. She'll probably find it funny.
What is Lady Rosaline's like wealth again? Is it a 5?
She has 3.
3? So you're not that loaded. You're decently
No.
loaded though.
So I can order a bunch of stuff from Amazon and it'll be okay?
Not really.
Wait, but what does getting back her holdings put her at then?
She doesn't technically have them back.
Not yet.
Oh,
Finn
But
still
when
has
she gets
everything.
them- When she gets them, what's it gonna be?
I don't know. Most of that's Fae stuff. So, but the thing is, with a lot of the accoutrements she had when she was a noble, she had a lot of magic items, and so she would be able to basically utilize those to rebuild any wealth she lost. You know, it's always easy to get money out of the bank when you walk down to the bank and the teller will just give you anything you want as long as you stand there and let them stare at you.
Yeah, just for her
Creepy, but
resources.
effective.
For her resource now, she built it from the ground up.
Yep. She was literally...
Girl boss.
Yeah. Well, no, she literally left with nothing.
Girl boss.
We're going to see that
Okay,
later tonight.
Yeah, y'all go see that tonight.
So, as we're returning back to this, Lady Rosaline, Finn, and Emery's had just arrived at Finn's estate, which is his personal estate and everything like that. Although Finn was her Lady Rosaline's fiance, when Lady Rosaline got this engagement called off as part of her both punishment and for the slight she basically gave Finn, technically, Finn was awarded her holdings. And technically he was awarded her title. So he recently pledged his fealty to Lady Rosaline, which puts all of his holdings and his actions are now basically under her control. As long as she doesn't order him to do anything that would besmirch his honor, he is bound to defend her and do as she says. So, and that's kind of where we left off last week,
Yeah.
is then you guys getting to the house.
He stomped off, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
Yep, he got pissed off and stomped off.
right.
And when you guys went through the Trod, which is the magical way that the Fae can get from place to place through what they call the dreaming, which is literally kind of human imagination, they basically got blocked by a giant. That giant demanded that they each sacrifice something of themselves that they treasure but never talk about. And so what ended up happening is Finn had to give up his patience. Lady Rosaline had to give up her compassion. And Emery's had to give up his empathy. So it's gonna be an interesting ride.
Sure will.
Oh, getting raided. Hey! Thank you very much for the raid, Mr.
Oh, and right at the
Chicken
beginning.
Hearts.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say at the beginning we get it rated right when we start.
I know, right when we started at the beginning. Yay! Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hope-
Mr.
Period.
Chicken
Thank you,
Dance.
Jess.
Mr. Chicken
Thank you, Jess, for the
Dance.
support.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to the
for support.
chaos.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean. I don't know who Sean is.
Hi, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right, everyone, calm down.
Oh yeah, I can't have compassion or any emotional damage right now.
Emotional damage.
We're all emotional damage right now.
Right now.
All right, so, well, let's get back to that. So, and Vera, you and Mark and Pandora and
Yes.
are stuck on the flight. Who
Yeah,
was-
the way that we ended up with us in the Uber, where Vera was scooted into the middle and Penny was like, "It's fine," pushing me over towards Pandora, who was trying to like look out the window and avoid me, and Mark was up front, just like,
Yeah, he
"This
claimed
is
shotgun.
great. This is a good time." And Vera's just very confused of why everyone's texting in the group chat weird, why Pandora is like acting weirder than normal, why Penny is pushing her.
Why Penny is trying to take up 3/4
Yeah.
of the seat and shoving Vera against Pandora.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was right. It was Penny's like, I'm scared the door will pop open. And Vera's like, since when? Since when? And now has her arm around Penny like, there, I guess. That's what it was. But yeah,
All
we'd
right.
probably be on the flight.
So, when we left off, like I said, like Emmett said, Finn had stomped off. He had basically, what the hell? Hi, cat. Jesus, did y'all hear that?
No.
The cat is, the doors to the office is closed, and she's trapped in here with me. She went to the door and just started yelling.
Who's helping?
She's helping. Very cat. But anyway, so yeah, Finn had stomped off, which is very unusual for him. He is normally very reserved and calm, and Finn had just stomped off. And even when we were on the trod, after he gave up whatever he gave up, he started just walking away, and he didn't stop and come back until you guys had gotten through the challenge. So, Robot Dad, how you doing?
Well, things are quite interesting, and I am still trying to figure out exactly what has happened and what's going on. And I am left at an interesting space mentally. It is most curious.
I hate RoboSphinx so much.
Can you stop that? Can you just like stop that? That is really just stop. Just Emery's just stop. Just stop.
What? I don't understand as to what it is that I am doing that is unusual.
Oh my god. Oh my
Okay.
god. Oh my
Ever
god.
heard of the movie The Pod People? Like, ever seen The Pod People? Did you get invaded by a pod person or something when we were in the dreaming? Oh my god, did something...
No. But I do feel as if I have lost something important.
The
I
door
cannot
that
at this time put my finger on it.
The door that Finn went through upstairs, you hear it open up, and you hear a voice going, "Oh yeah, well fuck you, you stupid bastard! What the fuck's your problem? You get here and you think you're just gonna be all high and mighty and start ordering everyone about? It's like, I don't know where the fuck you came from today, but you're on the wrong side of my ass, boy."
Oh, Rosaline's going up the stairs. What the hell is
You
going
see
on?
at the top of the stairs, there is a red cap. And he is standing up there. He's wearing blue jeans. He's got steel toes on. He's got a plaid shirt on that's
him.
that's kind of like just thrown open over a white shirt underneath. He's got a knit cap that is kind of old and crusty, and it's like weird. It's kind of a weirdish dark red color. And he's got like huge fucking hands that like the knuckles are all like way too big for his hands and everything like that. And he's kind of like he's kind of looking back. The door's open. He's standing at the door, and he's kind of just like, "Man, fuck you and your mother too, god son of a bitch." And he turns around and looks down the stairs. He's like, "Oh, we have guests. The prick didn't tell me we had guests."
No, the prick did not tell you that you had guests. No,
Well, he said you had.
I don't know what. I don't know what.
I don't know what's up his ass. What did y'all do to him? He's came back and he's just biting people's heads off.
Dreaming.
What about it?
We all paid a price for something. I don't know what the fuck's going on, nor do I care.
There seems to have been some kind of very strange creature that we encountered, and it seems to have taken something from each of us.
Well, crap.
I'm guessing whatever it is it took from Finn there has obviously robbed him of any kind of well, no, not robbed him of any. It seems to have added a stick directly up his rear.
I hate this so much.
Well, I explained some, but all right. I know that you are probably Lady Rosaline.
Rosaline.
Oh shit! You got one of those fucked up names. God damn it! It's like, and nothing was taken from me. I'm just an asshole.
To be fair,
and who are you?
He's like,
no one pronounces it Rosaline. It is generally pronounced Rosaline.
Very nice. Very well then. He says, I'm Tuck. I'm Finn's right-hand man. That's why I can cuss at him, yell at him. That and the
Ah.
fact that I could bite his fucking head off. Prick. Anyway, I attended to the manor, as it were, and I make sure everything runs smooth. I've prepared rooms. He says, I didn't know you were coming with him a wee bit on the trod. Otherwise, I would have been more cordial. He says, I understand that you need to be somewhere rather quickly, my lady.
If I ever hear from the person, which I have not since we arrived, and she'll look at the watch.
You have only been gone for probably an hour, but you made it from Seattle to San Francisco.
Yeah. But the person hasn't called.
There's actually no voicemail messages, but you do have one text message that just comes up because you basically just came into real space for the most part.
Yep. Is there a location?
Yes, there's actually just GPS coordinates.
She'll just switch her. I don't understand this.
Who are you showing it to?
The red cap. Here you go.
It's like he kind of looks at your arm and he says, "Well, it looks like a watch."
No, the phone for the coordinates.
Coordinates. Kind of looks at it and he's
Do you
like, "There
I'll just
are
walk over and
numbers on here."
and take the phone from Russeline. These appear to be GPS coordinates. How you did not ascertain that is, quite frankly, astounding.
Okay. Remember, I am technology stupid. We know this.
And I'm just fucking stupid, so.
And he'll look at the red cap. Fucking stupid. Technologically stupid. Note.
Literal. Okay, so I know who you are. Shining.
This is Emery's.
Oh, yes, but I know what you are too, obviously. He's not enchanted in any way. Well, he's not one of us. So what the...
He's a mage.
That is
What
obvious.
the fuck are you doing bringing one of those in here? Finn, you
My
stupid
retinue-
son of a... Yeah, what?
I'm not here to eat you if that's what you're concerned about.
Yeah.
Also, we're expecting more guests.
He says, more guests? Are they going to be coming through the hole in the garage and in the basement?
No, flight.
Oh, do I need
On
to
an
send a
airplane.
car? Do we know what flight they're on?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Okay. He's like, all right, well, we can send a car around when they get land. I'm assuming they're going to be contacting one of y'all.
Very likely, yes.
All right. He says,
Probably that one.
This
Points at
one.
Emery's.
so you have the... Oh, the GPS coordinates also had a time with them
Yes.
as well. And the time is like, I think you have about an hour and a half. And so he says, alright, well, I'll show you to the rooms. If you want to change, you can change. I'll go fetch the car, and I'll drive you to your appointment. Who all's going?
Will you be requiring accompaniment?
Probably.
About that
Then I
time,
will be
Finn
going
comes
with-
back, walking back in. And he is now dressed, instead of that, the dapper suit that he had earlier, now he's wearing blue jeans, he's wearing a concert shirt, his hair has been pulled back and pulled tight, and he's kind of like he's got boots on, and he kind of just walks into the room, and as he walks in the room, he's tucking his hat up under a baseball cap, and he pulls over a hoodie, and he zips it up, and he pulls the hoodie down low, and he's like, fuck, I hate going outside. He says, well, we need to be getting on. He says, if you're going to get to your appointment, we need to get going.
Yep, I don't even have time change. Let's just go.
He's like,
I don't think we brought a change of clothes with us, even if we did.
No, they're...
I acquired several outfits for her because I know her proclivities.
Mm.
Very well then.
He's like, but yes, we need to get going. So, he says, I do not know what flight your friends are booked on, so we'll have to send a car out for them when they get here. And the Rica goes, I covered that, you asshole. And he's like,
He did.
fuck
in fact.
you. And he looks over at you, Rosalind, and he says, oh, sorry. We have a much more casual
what?
friendship, I guess. And he says, all right. He says, all right. I keep on picking his goddamn accent up. He says, let's get the hell out of here. He says, Tuck, you stay here in case anyone shows up at the house. I didn't give them my address, but there's a werewolf with them, and I'm sure that they could be able to track us down by scent. So that should be interesting.
A werewolf and a werecat.
Oh, I
and also a
forgot
vampire.
about the werecat.
And Vera.
Yes,
I
I
don't know if
mentioned
she
the
can
vampire.
track by scent, and that don't remind me about her.
Probably not. I don't remember.
Just don't remind me about her. It's gonna be difficult enough. He says,
Why?
"All right,
She's quite nice.
I'm sure she's very nice. She just literally is painful to stand close to."
Yes.
I did not find this true
That's
for
why.
myself.
That's why I say the 6 feet away.
Fascinating.
Yes. Yeah,
Must be a fairy
quarantine.
thing.
I'm in quarantine, but the pandemic has been good for one thing.
Ah, yes.
You're not going to catch death. Like, calm down.
He
It's
says-
the banality thing.
It's the
I'm
banality.
teasing you. I'm teasing
It's the
you.
burning pain thing.
It hurts.
So he says,
It hurts us.
he says, all right, well, let's get going. And he kind of like walks out the door. And you notice that he's walking at a very brisk pace. He's kind of like not even waiting for you guys to keep up.
You can slow down.
He's like, if I slow down, we might not be able to get there early enough to case the area.
You think there's going to be a problem.
I think there's always going to be a problem. He says, don't worry. I've got contingencies to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that is nice.
He kind of shakes his head. We got to get going.
Okay.
Yes, let us go.
So he walks outside. There is a large SUV outside, Cadillac SUV outside, and he walks up and he goes around the driver's side and he says, "All right, pile in."
He just kind of, Emma just kind of stares at the very large car for a moment.
I'm a squint at the
Just
car.
gets in.
Just squinting at the car.
I'm squinting at the car like, wait a minute. Have I seen this car before?
Yeah, it's one of yours.
That's my fucking car.
He's kind of like he's in the driver's seat and you see the passenger side window roll down and he's like, "Yes, so get the fuck in it."
You don't have to be so goddamn fucking rude. And then she gets in the car.
But we do have to go.
He sighs and he puts his hand on his forehead. He's sorry. When I get around Turk, Tuck, she says, I apologize. He says, but we do need to get going.
Yes, time is of the essence. In
Yeah.
fact.
And he starts the car, starts up the SUV, and he goes blasting down the side of the hill. As I said, this house is situated on the hill on one of the hills overlooking the Bay Bridge, and it is literally on the edge of the redwoods. So it's actually a decent ways away from the city. So he's like tearing ass down the side of the hill and racing against time to get there to give you guys some time to actually try and observe your surroundings. So let's switch back to our other three. So, in the Uber, Penny is after a while she just like stops with the whole shoving thing and she kind of settles in. And she's kind of sitting there and she puts her head back on your arm and she like falls asleep. And so Pandora, what are you doing?
So you know that thing that you do as like a kid, where you're like listening to music in a long car ride and like pretending you're in a music video, or
I
like,
swear to God.
or pretending that there's like a thing like running beside the car and like jumping on houses and stuff. Yeah, she is just.
Man, I still do that shit.
Oh, I
was about
still
to say,
do
what do you
it.
mean as a kid? Like,
But just staring, like frozen, just like squished up against the window, just like.
I still just
Fearless
pretend that
just
my,
Tunnel vision.
my car has machine guns.
So Vera's got her arm around Penny, like she's asleep. She's
Mhm.
just kind of gently stroking her hair, making sure she's asleep, and looking at Pandora. What are you doing?
Hmm?
Yeah, you with the silence and then not talking to me. Again.
No, it's nothing.
What do you mean it's nothing? You're staring out
I'm
the
not,
window like a lost puppy dog.
I'm not doing nothing.
So you're not a lost puppy dog.
I'm not a puppy.
I mean, you're acting like a puppy, but not.
I'm not. I'm not.
Well, what are you then? Because you're acting like one.
I'm an adult.
Adult. I'm an adult.
Vera like has to stifle a giggle. Like,
Please.
oh, she does.
Mark, in the meantime, what are you doing?
Oh my god.
On a
Please.
scale of 1 star to 5 star, how do you rate this Uber driver's personality?
Oh god.
Are you doing the Uber questionnaire in the car with the Uber driver?
No, I just want to know if I'm actually interacting with him.
Oh, and he's trying to interact. He's basically trying to make small talk about the weather. He knows where you're going, so he's asking you where you're flying to. I don't know if you tell him or not. Do you tell him?
Oh yeah, we're going to San Francisco.
Because Mark can never keep his mouth shut.
San
Oh yeah, our secret mission is to San Francisco.
I didn't say secret
I
mission.
know. But so he's like, oh, I love San Francisco. He's like, oh, thank you very much for the bits, my love. I love you very much. So he says, where at? What are you doing in San Francisco? What is he gonna go out there to see the sights? Fisherman's Wharf, gotta hit it.
Oh yeah, no, Fisherman's Wharf is amazing, but no, actually, we are gonna go to an amazing party. It is so cool, but it
It's
is not
our
a publicly
friends'
advertised
engagement
one.
party.
It is like better than the best club you've ever been to. It has like the most entertaining people possible. There are gonna be guys in dresses. There will be girls that will be doing like entirely crazy circus ballet stuff. Like Circus Delay has got nothing on what's going on in the background of this party. There's going to be a wedding there, so there's going to be some like really classy events too. I imagine that the cake would be a disappointment if the cake was not at least 15 and a half feet tall.
Wait,
And that's
what
measured
wedding?
from the base of the cake.
Wait,
Of course, it's
wait.
going to have to be on a table too.
Vera like hits the side of Ark's arm, like, hold on, what wedding? This is an engagement party. Yeah.
Oh, no. Like, if the engagement party is at this event, the wedding should immediately follow. Like, why would you have a long engagement?
Maybe they want a long engagement?
No, you don't understand. If David's telling them they're getting engaged, they will be engaged and married before this is over with. Why would
Okay.
he want us to come back to have the wedding later? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Everybody's coming to the engagement party because the engagement party will immediately precede the actual wedding. Oh, wait, you don't know about our lore. Oh, man, you don't know how we do things. You know, if we actually shared information about how we do things in our own, like, little societies and customs, maybe we would not have these little taboos happen all the time.
Weird.
Weird, yeah, odd. Okay, so I'm gonna turn back to the Uber driver. So,
Mark, I have a question.
She just like looks at like goes.
Mark, I have a question.
okay, Pandora, what's the question?
Is there a part in the wedding where they say if anyone doesn't want it to happen, they can say something? Because I've always wanted to do that.
So if you're the one that
Like,
disrupts
you know in the movie
wedding,
Shrek, where he like comes in and says,
yeah,
"I
no,
object."
but if you disrupt the wedding, there are like legitimate consequences to that. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, that's why I'm asking if it's part of the ceremony. Because if it's part of the ceremony,
Oh,
then like,
Yeah, no, even if it's literally part of the ceremony, if you disrupt the wedding, you will pay a price for having done that.
well, that feels racist, but okay.
Well, I mean, they're not determining that based on the race of the person who interrupts the wedding. It's just kind of a general rule.
Is
But
that
you
more-
said if I do it with emphasis.
feel
Oh
like
no,
that's
like
more
anybody did it.
homophobic.
It's just you're asking if you're asking about yourself. Like if I interrupt the wedding, what will happen? like you will get in trouble. If I interrupt the wedding, I'll get in trouble. I mean,
Oh, okay, so it's not racist, but that's still boring.
yeah, no, it's not racist. It's pretty much like a universal policy.
No, okay.
I mean, but I think you might end up in more trouble just because you're not part of the whole like extended family, if you want to use that term in the Uber right now.
Oh. Well, I mean, I could probably wait in the parking lot or something. I don't know.
No, you're gonna miss the whole party. You can't miss this party. Like
I don't
this
like parties.
Look, if I have to go to the party, you have to go to the party, and I'm gonna be like the most hated one there. So like, it's fine. Why are you coward?
Do you want to be liked at the party? I can make them like you at the party.
Penny
What?
kind of like stirs and kind of sits up. And it's just, what? Hey,
Hi.
did we get our clothes for the party?
I mean,
I did. I had it favored over. Did y'all not pick up y'all's?
I have.
Yeah,
a
we
dress.
did.
Did you not pack yours?
I put my stuff in. Yeah, I got, that's what the
Okay.
big garment bag was for.
Okay, well then yes, we got them.
Okay, but you all have, okay. I just want to make
We'll,
sure.
we'll be
'cause,
okay.
you know,
It's okay. Go back to sleep.
Boss said that we had to look good, so I wanted to make
Right.
sure you got your stuff.
You will look great. You're gonna look beautiful.
I always look beautiful.
You're right.
She goes back to drooling on your shoulder.
You're like, yep, this is fine. This is
Oh,
my
my
adopted
daughter.
niece.
I'm gonna text in the group chat so I don't have to say it out loud in front of the Uber driver. Not the like 6 times that she has been abducted recently. Those were not good moments.
Everyone's phone bings.
Spirit just looks at Mark in the front seat, just looks back.
Penny
Okay.
kind of like puts her phone like, fuck you, Mark. Puts her phone back in her pocket.
No, you're like Danger Central. Like Danger, Will Robinson is like the only thing that echoes around you.
You know, it really is possible to empty the air out of someone's lungs with very little effort.
Okay, all right, we're not gonna do this in the Uber driver.
I
okay?
could just do it for you, Penny. You don't
Okay,
have
we're
to
not gonna
lift
do
a
this in the
finger.
Uber. Stop.
No.
Stop.
I'm
Ah!
tired. I'm tired. My head hurts. I apparently have been abducted 6 times.
Okay,
Someone
you're
can't
going to
count.
stop complaining.
That
and go back
I
to
know
sleep.
of. I mean, I'm sure it's
So
larger
then-
than that.
no,
I just
stop.
barely got to this party.
Mark, stop arguing. You're gonna stop arguing. You're gonna go back to sleep. I don't know what you're doing already, so keep ignoring me. And
I'm
I said I was
very
doing- I
frustrated
said-
right now. I'm not
I
opening
said
my
I
mouth, but I look very mad. Like I don't think I'm allowed to open my mouth, but I want to, and this is just not a feeling that I enjoy.
For some reason, you're feeling compelled to listen to what Vera tells you.
I know.
Oh God.
Penny kind of like sits forward. She's like, "All right, it's obvious I'm not gonna get sleep in here."
How much
So
longer is
what's the
airport?
plan anyway? We're making it. We're driving we're gonna go to the airport. We're flying in. We're meeting them where?
Mark, you can speak now if you'd like. Kind of tapping him on the shoulder.
Oh, did you guys not know where we're meeting everybody?
I was asleep.
and I was
So
kidnapped.
when we land, one of 2 things is gonna happen.
Right.
Either there's gonna be like a awesome escort for us to go, or we're gonna have to call Uber. But it's okay because I know where we're going. I've been there before. They had the craziest parties when, well, I mean, I guess it wasn't Rosalind's place anymore, but they were amazing parties. They were great. I mean, I had a blast. So we'll see if Rosalind can throw just as good a party as Finn can.
I hope not.
Why
I
don't you
hope
want to
not.
have a good party?
Because parties are awful. They're stressful. They're loud. And you have to talk to strangers, and like everybody's too close to each other. There's too many people in a room. Like,
Parties can actually be a lot of fun depending on the crowd that you're with.
Okay. Do you honestly not want to talk to other people?
not me.
Yeah.
Is that a surprise?
It took her like a month to talk to Vera. You know,
Hey, look, if you don't want to talk to anybody, I can make that happen for you.
I don't like the way that you said that. So no.
Oh, okay. Well, then you can
No.
figure it out your own way then.
Vera kind of looks. Penny kind of looks around. And she says, "What? So we are going straight to this place where they're having the party? Because I thought."
Well, I mean, I've got things I would like to do in San Francisco, but y'all don't know where you're going. So if they don't come pick y'all up, then how else are you gonna get where you're going?
But
Well, I
the
mean, we
party's
can-
not until later, right?
And we can always text them when we get there too, and let them know that we landed, and I'm sure they can come get us.
Okay, that sounds like at least a actual plan, rather than winging it.
Or you could book us hotel rooms.
But I'm sure they
I
have.
thought we were staying at Big
is
Papa Fairy's place.
Yeah, that sounds right. Aren't we staying over there?
That's where I was taking you guys. That's Finn's place. I said I know where Finn lives.
Okay, so
Oh,
then...
you know where Finn lives? I thought you meant the king dude.
No, Finn. I've never met the king.
I thought you said you went to those parties all the time.
Yeah, but he was gone. He just recently returned.
Oh, from
He's
where?
been, all the drama's been that David's been MIA. Where's David? What happened to David? Why isn't David here? Is David dead? If David's dead, then let's refigure out who is going to be numero uno.
So you didn't think this was good news to give us earlier?
To be fair, I've been asleep, as have you. So I feel like Mark's kind of
okay,
giving us-
fine. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Okay, wait. To be fair, you never asked me any of this until now. I've been asking questions that I wanted to have answers to for 2 days now, and everybody's refused to answer any of my questions. So I feel like I've been way more informative than other people have been in the other direction.
Okay. Well, once again, I've been asleep, and Penny just admitted that. Okay, yes, we could have asked earlier. So there's that.
Do you want to know
don't know.
everything I know? Is that what's going on?
No, we don't want to know everything. I feel like that's a lot of.
Do you want to know
things.
everything I know about San Francisco or about Finn? Where do you want to limit this to?
I mean, I already have met Finn a little bit. What? Because I am. She gestures to herself. I am this. Do I need to prepare myself at all? Because I already am prepared for the looks and the stares, etc. Anything else?
People will probably avoid you at the party or be morbidly intrigued by you. You should probably be far more concerned by the ones who are morbidly intrigued by you than the ones who avoid you. So anyone who wants to talk to you is more concerning than somebody who stays away from you.
They're gonna lock you in their basement.
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere without at least one other person around either, because that could be bad.
You know that?
In either direction, curiosity taken way too far to an extreme that ends up being harmful, or dislike taken way too far into an extreme that ends up being unhelpful.
Noted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay with other people, or you might end up like Penny.
Yeah, stay with
Fuck
Emery.
you, Mark.
It's okay.
You should stay with Emery.
Okay. Great. I'll keep this in mind.
I want to get
Thank you.
kidnapped all the time.
Okay. Wait.
Penny, it's not your fault.
We know you don't want to. It's just for some reason it seems to be this karmic cycle you're trapped in, and we're trying to figure out how to break the cycle.
It's like Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, great. Now I'm fucking Daphne. Jeez.
I never said
you're
you were
way
Daphne.
cooler
I
than
said it was
Daphne.
like that. I never said you
You're
were Daphne.
She didn't
than
compare you to
Daphne.
Velma.
Well, at least
What's
Velma
wrong with
was
What's wrong
Velma?
with Velma?
Take back that slander right now.
I feel like in unison both Vera and Pandora asked, "What's wrong with Velma?" And then
It's
we were like,
they're lesbian.
Getting all aggressive and shit.
They're lesbian.
I'm-
Harold.
I'm just gonna look with the most innocent look on my face, she gets ignored and has the least amount of screen time.
But she
okay, how's
solves all
that
the
her?
mysteries.
Anyways, okay, this is a conversation.
How
for
was
another
it
time.
Daphne's fault that she got abducted all the time?
I said
Oh, but
Penny
here
Oh,
was
we
fuck
are.
cooler
that.
than
They
Daphne.
literally would put Daphne out as bait.
Okay, all right.
Okay, but that wasn't her
Okay.
fault. That was the other people's fault for using her as bait. Next
we
to
there
him,
yet?
it's not his fault he's a dog.
The fucking
I just-
Uber driver's just like
What the
How
fuck
far
looking
is
is
straight
that
ahead
car?
and driving.
You're
Minding
had
his
enough of
business
this car
hard as
ride.
Look, if we want to fault people for things, then let's be real. Like, it's Fred's fault that he decides to dress in that crazy weird way. Like, he chose to wear that.
I agree. Fred's sucks, but
That's a choice. The other people didn't choose to not have screen time or choose to get abducted. Like, those were things that were forced on them.
Penny's like,
well, strictly speaking, none of them are real, and all of them had everything about them forced on them because they're characters. But Vera, you should probably stay with Emrys.
Yeah, Emery's is texting weird. Does anybody else notice that?
texting
I
weird.
mean, I can take care of you. It's not hard for me. I know how to navigate the society too. Or
Yeah,
not, fine.
then-
You take care of yourself. Like, I'll do
then-
my thing. More party for me.
I didn't say anything. You're
The look on your
wrong.
face said enough. It said quite a bit. You were like,
Excuse me.
I can
You
take
don't-
care of
Well,
myself.
hey,
You don't know the
hey,
faces I make, so shh.
I kind of do know some of the faces you make,
Thinking about teleporting.
You have,
us
like,
all to
4
the
of
fucking
them,
airport.
and they're pretty obvious.
What do you mean
There's
4?
normal face. There's normal face. There's no face. Then there's like yes please face, and then there's like broody face. There's 4 faces.
That's it. You're
I'm just
categorizing
teleporting
me
me to
in
the
4.
airport.
All right, wait, take
No,
me with you. Take me with you, Penny, take me with you.
I'm not
Penny,
really
I'll
good
buy
at
you
teleporting,
anything
so
from
I
the-
don't know
I'll
where I
buy
might
you
actually
anything
end
from the
up.
food court.
For the food, aim for the food court.
You can't categorize me by 4 faces.
Wait, are we gonna stop at the food court? Is that possible?
No, that's if Penny teleports
This is
How
the
me.
far
fucking
do you have to
ADHD car.
Here's heading up. She's like, how far? To the airport, please.
He's like 5 more minutes.
Oh my God.
Did anybody look
Also,
up at
Vera
headness
has
to
way
find out
more
what's in the
faces
airport
than
food
just
court?
4. Vera has more faces than just 4.
Penny's like, just look it up on your phone. I
I
have
don't
a
want to look at
headache.
my phone. I thought you guys looked this up in advance. Why would you bring up the food
I
court if you don't
didn't
know what's in the food
sleep.
court?
I didn't bring up the food court. Pandora did.
Pandora, what's in the food court?
Yeah, Pandora,
I
what's in
don't
the
know,
food court?
probably
This is Vera. This is
McDonald's.
just-
There's always a McDonald's.
Why did you say
there's-
probably?
Because there's there's probably a McDonald's. There's like a McDonald's in every food court. There's probably like a Chinese place where you get like a combo with like fried rice and lo mein and then like a bunch of other stuff.
Here's
Maybe there's like a
taking out her
Subway.
Direct messages Emery's, you owe me.
Penny direct messages Emery's, I'm going to kill them all. Maybe not
Emery's
Vera,
just sending
but the
individual
rest of them.
messages for all of us.
Why is your phone constantly going off, Emery's? What is going? Are they?
Isn't she in the group chat too?
No,
No, I
this is
texted
direct
him
messages.
Oh, he's getting DM'd. Okay.
I assume it would appear that both Vera and Penny are texting me, and I will text Penny back first. Don't kill them. If you kill them, they won't learn anything. And
Accurate.
and then Vera to Vera. I already owe you a box of your favorite blood type. What more would you like?
Well, I was being sarcastic, but okay. Are you feeling okay?
Things got weird on the trod. Explain when you get here.
Okay.
Rosaline gets a text.
Mm,
It's a short trip. I'm upgrading my seat to first class.
thumbs up.
The rest of them can go coach.
Vera's fine with us. Okay. All right. Anyways.
No, Rosaline's like, if you can steal a bottle of champagne, I fucking need it.
It's like, you're not in this car right now.
You don't know how I'm suffering right now.
No, Rosaline texts back, I'm in the car with Spock.
Spock.
Oh, ouch!
You get a Spock emoji and you get a question mark.
Ask your parental figure.
She kind of like looks. She texts Emery's is like, why does my boss say she's locked in a car with Spock.
Wait, are they
She's been acting quite
wait,
strangely
wait,
since we
wait,
realized
wait.
from the front.
Is
It's very
this a
fascinating.
wait, is this a cosplay party? Are
No.
they cosplaying? Because I didn't. Oh fuck.
About this time, the car pulls up to the
Finally.
to the gate at the airport.
Get out of my
Fear's
car.
like, please let me out. Please let me out of the car. Please let me out.
Penny gets out of the car, goes. The driver comes out, and he's like getting your bags out of the car for you. And Penny, he kind of looks at you guys, and he's like, "Hope you enjoyed your ride, and hope you have a nice trip."
Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. You were wonderful.
5 stars if you can, but you don't have to.
Yep.
Just
No, you will. Don't even stress. Mark, make sure you tip the nice man nicely.
Oh,
Please?
okay, if you insist. I'm gonna open up the app.
Not too much. Not to the point where she's like upset.
do you
And
even
then I'll
know,
get out of
do
the
you even
car.
know he used her black card?
No, nobody knows that I have the black
No one
card.
knows.
I just
Mark
know
just
that
called an
you
Uber.
ordered the Uber. I don't know where the money came from.
Yeah.
And I just get out of the car.
What is the maximum percentage on the Uber app?
That's the thing. You can put.
And
No, I know you can
amount.
put in a number, but usually it has like recommended ones, doesn't
I
it?
don't
Where it's
remember.
like,
Oh,
think
it's
it's
15,
20%.
20, 25, and 30.
I'll just click the 30 button. She said tip in well.
All right. So you
Oh my
and you
God.
do you give him a 5
That
star?
one's on me.
Yeah, 5 stars
Yes.
too.
All right.
For putting up with us.
So you guys get through. You guys go through the airport, go through security, get checked into the flight. You're there. You're there a little bit early, of course, because fucking flights. So you have a little time to kill. At which time you see that it has a lovely little food court.
Oh my god.
I would like to go to Trailhead Barbecue. I would like to get meat.
Is there? We'll say there's a one there because I'm not going to bother to Google what's at the airport.
I did Google it because they told me to Google it. So I'm going to Trailhead Barbecue, which is an actual restaurant in the actual Seattle airport. I will be having barbecue.
Oh my god.
So Mark instantly wanders off.
Mark
There's
understood
coffee
the
places
assignment.
He understood the assignment.
Penny just goes and sits down at the gate for the flight, and she's just like, "Oh, okay." Just make
Yeah.
sure that if I'm asleep, you wake me up for the plane.
One of us will get you.
Mhm.
She kind of like pulls herself up into a ball in the chair, and it's like passes out almost immediately. So
Aw.
the rest of the time spent in the airport can be spent people watching or anything else. The flight gets there. You guys board up. It is a 2-hour flight from Seattle to San Francisco. So by the time you guys actually make altitude, you're already coming back down.
What?
And
What are
drink
some
service is
things
like
that-
30 seconds.
I'm going to show up before we get on the plane,
Hmm.
and I'm going to come over to Vera with a bunch of stuff in my hands.
Okay.
And it's going to be like the neck pillow and things like that. I'm just going to start handing her some of this stuff.
Wait, what do you
Do you
I
put the
don't-
neck pillow
hold
on her and
hold
stuff
on,
like that?
What do you do? I don't need all of this.
But you want it, right?
What have you handed me?
Penny
Like, you
kind of
handed me a
sits
neck
up and she
pillow?
says, she reaches up behind Vera's neck, takes the neck pillow, puts it on her
It's like a
neck.
gel neck pillow, like the
It's
gel
like the really
one.
nice gel cooling neck
It's
pillow.
a really nice neck pillow one. It even
What
has like a
else
little
have you
hood that you
handed
pull
me?
over so that like you don't have like light
my
in your
God.
face.
She'll let Penny take that.
Um,
What else have you handed me? Like, have you handed me like just like a blanket and like
I
stuff
want to
like
know
that?
how much did you just blow in the gift shops on the black card?
I didn't actually use the black card because I don't physically have it, so I can't do that.
Oh, that's true.
I just put the stuff, like I walked up to the register with the stuff and talked to the lady for a second and used my gift where I swipe it and she doesn't even remember it ever belonged to the gift shop and then walk out.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Okay,
So you just stole like hundreds of dollars worth of gift shop crap.
But I talked to the register lady and she didn't ask me to pay and then I leave. So if anything goes wrong, they're just gonna fire her for letting me have it.
That's true.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
That's
I'm now
so
holding like a
mean.
couple like oh my god. As you start handing me things, it's like oh my okay look.
This blanket has a sports team on it. You like the sports team, right?
It's a sports ball team.
I don't know. I mean, but it's got red in it. I know you like red. There you go.
Mark, stop being creepy. Oh my god!
Fear is not holding all these things.
I'm just
Lord.
like giving you like thing after thing after thing.
Okay.
And I got your newspaper, so you have something to read.
He,
And then here's a
he
snack
literally
on the
gives you
plane.
like a
What?
bottle of water. Why, you
Wait, what
don't
is-
know.
Wait, what did you give me to read? Wait. The one thing she's actually like, wait, hold on, what was that?
The newspaper?
Oh. Okay.
No.
Did you not want a newspaper? I'll go back and get a
No, that's
magazine.
fine. No. That's just, as she's like, no. As the stuff keeps piling. It's fine.
Yeah, no, and I because I decided.
Oh,
so
and then I'm gonna
Pandora's
turn
in,
to
like, the window
Pandora,
seat because
and
that's
I-
the most cramped.
And I got you
and
this.
So she
I'm
is
gonna
once
give
again
Pandora.
trying to fuse with the side of the plane.
I'm gonna turn to Pandora, and I got you this. I'm gonna hand Pandora like it's like this big, and it's a little plush toy. And right before I hand it to her, I'm gonna squeeze
a
it, and it
plush of
squeaks.
what? Oh,
Oh. Oh.
wait, hold on.
Oh God, no.
It doesn't squeak, but I do have something about that size.
Yeah. And I just like squeak it once, and then hand it to you.
Okay. Mark.
If I didn't
Thank you.
severely need something to fidget with, I would kick your ass for this, but thank you.
Oh.
Okay. Mark, thank you for all of the things in the future. I don't need a lot of stuff, but I do appreciate that you took the time to go get things. It's just like, I don't know what to do with any of this. So
So
thank
you
you.
don't want stuff?
I don't.
Why
I
did you
didn't-
think she wanted
don't
stuff?
not
She didn't
want
even
stuff.
ask for it, you weirdo.
kind of look to Pandora like, why are they getting so defensive for me? Like, hold on, what's happening?
Because half the stuff that he got, you just start to spill onto my seat. And I'm, again, trying to meld into the side of the plane to not come in contact with Vera.
Oh,
Okay.
if that's problematic, I'll just like scoot Vera down a little bit and sit between them. Problem solved. Now you don't have to like meld with her stuff. And then I'm gonna like lay on Vera's shoulder and go to sleep.
So Penny's all like,
Oh,
oh no. And she stands up and she goes walking up to one of the stewardesses. She talks to them for a few minutes, and the stewardess guy nods, and then she opens up the first class curtain, and Penny walks into first class, and she closes it again.
Vera is starting to like, she's folded the blanket, like Mark on her shoulder, folded the blanket, put like the things that can fit in a bag, like in a bag. Just like, okay, I guess this will just be like a goodie bag for somebody. It's fine. I'll just glance at Pandora. Do you think Finn and them need like a goodie bag? Like,
It's a gift bag for the wedding.
sure.
that, nothing from
Sure.
it's plain merchandise with keychains and things like that. It's fine.
Tchotchkes.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, so you guys enjoy the rest of the flight in weird uncomfortableness.
Vera's like this the whole time. Just-
Aw.
When Penny was on her shoulder.
No, because it was not like, oh,
Weird when
I'm just
you
gonna lay there
do
and just
it.
start drooling on you. Like, it was,
Weird.
I'm gonna sit between you two now and just lay here. So she's like, I don't know what's happening. Everyone's acting weird.
Well, Vera would kind of know what's going on with Mark if
She kind of knows what's going on with Mark, which is why she's been like, thank you. I appreciate the effort, even though I didn't need this kind of thing. She has no idea what's going on with Pandora.
All right, so cut back over. So
Maybe.
Emery's and Rosaline, you guys are number one. As you get closer to town and there's more open road and everything like that, Finn is fucking speeding. He's weaving through traffic in this giant SUV.
Oh,
You okay?
I do not think that this is necessary, Finn.
He's like, I just want to make sure we get there with enough time to look around. I want to know what we're getting into.
I would like to make sure that we get there alive.
He's like,
can I have an anxiety attack in the car, please?
absolutely. we have airbags. What are you worried about?
Nope, she's having a full-blown anxiety attack. She is having a full-blown anxiety attack. She does nope. I'm gonna die. I am going
Emrys
to
just
die.
looks over.
I
What is
am
wrong
going
with
to die.
you?
You know what? Rosaline's gonna pull it. She's gonna look at Finn. I order you to drive the goddamn speed limit.
The car literally almost goes, and then this goes rolling again. And he's like, "Don't do that when I'm driving. I could lose control of the car.
Well, drive the goddamn speed limit.
We won't get there soon enough."
We're on time. We're actually early.
Early is
I
on time,
think
and on time
early
is
was-
late.
I think
Oh
early was the point. He wanted the case to
my-
join, didn't he?
God. Finn, what's the point of being
Rosaline.
early? What's the point of being early if we might die because of your speed demon issues?
Like we could actually die in this. You know there's no way I'd let us die.
Debatable.
I mean, the mage might die, but you know.
yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you have precautions already built in, so
Yes, of course I do.
there you go. Then the mage will probably live.
His name is Emrys.
Emrys will
That is my
probably
name.
live. Most likely.
I
The
don't know
odds
what's
are in
going
his
on.
favor.
I don't know what's going on with you, but you're being an ass.
It's like, I'm being forced to go the speed limit, so. He says, besides, I told you, Tuck brings out the worst in me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Tuck
I-
said you were acting like that prior to that.
And as this very, very tense moment is happening,
Oh
Emrys just kind of
God.
looks up and just goes, "So, are you planning children?"
Oh, what?
He's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to rush into something like that, but I suppose, we should have them while she's young. He's just going
Hmm.
I love how I don't get to say in this.
He's like, oh no, you get a total say. You can say how many.
Yes, that question was for the
Oh.
vote.
That's it. That's it.
What'd you
Pull the
say?
car over. Pull the car over.
He's like, what?
What is happening?
We're
What,
gonna
what
be
is
late.
happening
Over.
right now?
Just pull the car over.
It's like, Jesus. He pulls the car over.
She's just gonna get out of the car, take a deep breath, and just scream into the abyss and then get back in the car. Now we can go.
He looks over at you and he's like, jeez.
Were you having an emotional moment?
Understatement.
On the verge of losing my shit.
It's
Hmm.
like, that, Finn looks like, that wasn't losing your shit?
No.
It's like, oh my god. Well,
Fascinating.
better to know now.
I'm sorry, what?
It's like, well, I mean, lifetime together and everything. It's, need to know these things going in.
Hmm. It is handy information to have.
Rosaline's just gonna text an SOS to Penny, SOS, help me!
Oh my
Rosaline gets a photo of Penny's hand holding a champagne glass with her feet propped up in first class.
All y'all get in the group text is a middle finger. That's all you get from Rosaline is the middle finger emoji.
Which actually comes out as a thumbs up emoji because.
And then she puts the correct one. She puts the correct one.
All right, so.
Well, it seems that Penny is having a good time. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
Vera,
where are we
Vera, after you
going?
put up a picture of the screenshot angle with Mark sleeping on your shoulder and Pandora propped up against the wall.
Yes. Yes. Like this is going to be her new profile picture for everything.
Love it.
And things are going about as usual for the other three.
All right, so you guys
And
pull
I'll
up.
just I'll text back to Vera. Hang in there.
Please.
She just looks at it, she's like, he has never once said this to me in my entire life. What is happening?
Oh shit! Sphinx. Emery should text one of those kittens hanging from a branch that's hanging.
That was
Yes.
my first thought.
Yes.
That was my first
Yeah,
thought.
that's exactly what Sphinx does. I must find an appropriate meme for this.
She just kind of sits there and stares at her phone for way too long, like trying to analyze what's happening, not getting any answers.
Dad
Then
jokes
just
for
leaves
the
it.
win. All right, so,
Where are we going?
huh?
Where are we going?
So you guys pull up, and as you get there, he drives by the coordinates that your phone is saying. The building looks like it is some kind of, well, it looks like it was a brownstone that's been remodeled into an office building. It's on the corner of the street at the bottom of the hill. So there's meter parking all around it. The lights are still on inside a couple of the offices inside the building. You see that there is a law firm. There is a tax preparations office in there. And there is what appears to be some kind of small IT company also based in there. And that's what's on like the placard hanging beside the door. He drives by. Finn is kind of like looking at it all, and he's looking up and down the street. And he turns like in front of the building, goes up the street, up the hill in the street. And as he goes up there, he's like, well, 2 ways in and out, other than the windows, 3 stories tall. He says it butts up to the building beside it. There's an alley out back. He says, I'm gonna park the car about half a block up. He says there is a key in a magnetic box underneath the front wheel well by the door on the driver's side. If shit goes sideways, use the key in the fob to get in this thing and get the fuck out of here. You guys understand?
Sure.
It's like, all right. I'm going to park it facing up the street, so you'll be going away from the building if you have to take off in a hurry, so you won't have to worry about turning around. You can just go.
Emery's, you'll be the one driving.
Glad to know I'll be
Naturally.
dead. He says, all right, we're the entourage, so we go first. And he climbs, he gets out of the, before he does that, he leans across and kind of almost leans across your lap, Rosaline, and he pops the glove case open, and he pulls out a pistol on a little speed holster, and he closes it up, and he takes the pistol and he tucks it back into his back behind his belt, and he says, better safe than sorry. Did you want one?
No, I'm fine. I have magic. And she just gets out of the car.
These kids and their straps.
Do I, but we really
Get out as
shouldn't
well.
do it in public. It's much more common to
Well,
shoot
shit
someone.
hits the fan. You gotta do what you gotta do. And she just continues. She's walking towards the building. She doesn't give a shit.
He jumps out and he's like, no, we go first.
No, she's already going.
And she's like, oh, Jesus, God in heaven.
Come on,
Come on,
Emery.
Mr. Grant.
I thought you wanted to
Oh.
be with her.
Curiouser and curiouser. And I'll get out and close the door and head towards them. Once we get to the building,
Mhm.
I'm going to do that, like, send my location to the group text.
All right, so you send your location to group text. You guys actually have your devices off because you're coming down now, and you're getting ready to land. So by the time you get off the plane, which will be in about another 10 minutes, that's when you'll get the bing.
Oh, Emery, send them a quick text stating that somebody will pick them up from the airport.
I've already sent them our location. So they may want to meet us here. It might be within our interests as well.
Someone is picking them up from the airport.
So is Tuck picking
Did
them
we
up from
make
the
that
airport?
arrangement?
Yes, Tuck made the arrangement.
Does he know when
Oh.
their flight gets in?
Nope.
Which
Well,
someone
how's he
should
picking
probably
them up from
text
the airport?
Tuck.
I'm just asking.
Then text Tuck.
I do not have Tuck's information.
When's their flight supposed to get here?
Is there any flight information in my phone?
Nope.
Yeah, I think we
Oh, wait.
sent it, didn't
No,
we?
yeah, you did. Penny did. Penny
yes,
did.
Penny
did.
sent it.
Yeah,
Penny sent
hold
You
on.
have it.
Oh, here it is.
He's like,
There you go.
Just here. He puts a number into your phone real quick. He's like, just send that. That's Tuck's number. Just send it to Tuck.
Emery's, can you send it?
Fine. Sent.
Okay. And a couple of seconds later, Finn's phone chimes, and he looks at it and he's like, texting back furiously.
My God.
He's like,
Oh,
I
hit
assume
send.
he's received a message from his friend.
I think so. Don't care. She's already going into the building. She's not giving a fuck.
So Finn comes walking in behind you.
I'm the reckless one.
And are you going in last, Emery's?
Yes, I will cover the rear.
Hang on 1 second.
And as it's happening, I'm going to use my my discharge static ability to grab like trace amounts of static electricity from different components in the area.
Nice.
Just
We
in
have
case.
A hydrate and a posture check from Gaming Benjamin.
Hydrating with ice wine tea from Geek Grind Coffee.
Oh shoot, I forgot about Geek Grind Coffee.
Oh, I love
forgot
that's a good coffee too.
Yes, that is a good coffee. And we just
I got it
I just
yesterday.
got their rum and vanilla coffee.
Ooh.
It's very sweet, but it is good.
They have a coconut one that's really good, and all of the Pathfinder themed ones and the Starfinder themed ones are really good, and the Labyrinth themed ones are good.
I don't know how to spell coffee.
No, you
I
don't.
got my
Coffee.
wife the Goblin City one, the chocolate and peppermint one, and she likes
Yes,
that one a lot.
it's really good. I
There
wouldn't
you
say, I'm affiliate with them, so
are we. It's like you do what you gotta do, but they're such a good company because
they are.
I didn't
Everything
even
is
know-
Can
ethically.
we talk about the bags though?
Huh?
Like
They're nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always get the 2-pound bags now because we go through it so fast. So
Nice.
yep.
They're all resealable, which is
Mhm.
really nice.
Which is very
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
and very, very necessary for coffee.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's do this real quick. My wife just asked me if I can take a little break real fast, so I need to attend to something. So let's do this. We're going to take a break real quick, guys, and this is going to be a 10-minute break. So we'll go ahead and do this a little bit earlier than we normally do. On
Huzzah.
our breaks, every single
Huzzah.
time we go on break, we do a giveaway. Now, that giveaway tonight will be a mini from... Where is the set? Oh, that's the outfits. I wonder if I added your outfit to that. There you go. From this set of minis. This is the set of minis from... excuse me. Wow.
Don't die on us.
I'm trying not to.
Death is not allowed.
Yeah, from
Unless you're
this
Vera.
is from Archvillain Games. They create 3D printed files so you can print out minis for yourself. Last week we gave away, or the week before last, I should say, we gave away the Bane Demon. There in the one in the second row, right to the front of Orcus on the right hand side. We gave away that Bane Demon. We've also given away Ariel the Holy, and which is one of the 3 heroes in the front and the right hand side, and the Bodak, which is the ones on the right hand side at the bottom, the one with the big axe over his head. We've given that one away too. So now we're going to do a drawing for another giveaway. When we go on break, this image is going to be up on screen. So you guys just look at the image and decide which one of these amazing minis you want us to give away this show. And when we get back from break, we will be drawing the winner from everyone who goes ahead and enters our contest. So the contest is open for entry now. It is all you have to do is type in the lines !mini into chat, and we have Bloodhorn Rider. There's lots of Bloodhorn Riders. There's 4 of them, so you can choose one of them. I think there's 4. Yeah, there's one that's rearing up, and they're in a bunch of different poses. But Bloodhorn Rider has a vote. So type !mini into chat, and you will be entered to win. And we are going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. It's 8:55. We'll be at 9:05, and we thank you very much for hanging out with us. And we will let you know what else we're giving away and how you can enter when we get back from break as well. So we thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you for letting us take that beat for prize, please. So we had 2 different votes so far that I can see. We had a vote for... Where was
It
it?
is.
One for a Bloodhorn Rider, and that was from
Yeah.
Pandora, and then Sphinx voted for the Demon Wrath, thereby betraying Pandora, betraying Milagros and earning her wrath forever. So let's see.
That's how that works, right?
Pretty much. That's the
Okay.
only 2
Okay.
votes we got. So are we gonna do a high-low for that? No, not Orcus. Orcus is one of the big giveaways.
You know what? I will vote with Pandora on this thing for having upset Pandora on the airplane.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right.
Fair
so
enough.
that is 2 votes for a
Yeah,
Bloodhorn
I
Rider.
win.
Well, 2 votes for a Bloodhorn Rider. We'll choose one once we get that settled in. So let's go ahead and choose our winner for this week. In fact, I'll let the winner choose because we haven't given a Bloodhorn Rider away yet. So we're going to go ahead and pick our winner. Let's close the entries and pick a winner amongst all these massive entries. Oh, Celtic Wyvern King, yeah, thou hath wonneth. So, what we're going to do with
I'll
that...
DM him. I'll
DM?
DM
Okay,
him.
cool. And so we'll let him know, and let me complete this out. Now, also, remember, just from being with us here on the show, you're also eligible to win a bunch of other prizes. First off, if you like minis, you'll love this one. If you follow us over on our TikTok, we are giving away this. This is a 3D printed Wizard's Tower. This thing is 4 stories tall, about 9 inches wide, about 11 inches tall in total. It is my entire torso. I took it down off the shelf the other day and was holding it. It's like this freaking big and that freaking wide. So it is a big ass tower, but it breaks down into individual components. You can stack them up and put them in a shoebox. It's using a system called Dragon Lock, so the tiles lock together, which holds the whole thing in place. It has a front door that opens. It has a hatch in the roof that opens and closes. It has staircases for every level. You're going to have to paint it yourself because that would be a lot of work. And we're going to give this away when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. And right now we're at 890, I think. So we are freaking so close. I just keep on forgetting to shoot another TikTok video for the giveaway because I'm sure we get through the last 100 or so if I did another TikTok video for the actual giveaway. But I've also still got to fix one of my printers. So there you go. I am just not good with the whole time. And also, if you follow us here on Twitch, because we got to 100 followers on our subscribers on our YouTube page and gave away the first box set, we're giving away this set of books. All you have to do is follow us here on Twitch. This is a D&D core book set. It is the Player's Guide Monsters Manual DMG plus the GM screen. Comes in that gorgeous black slipcase. And these are the actual, what they call the foil covers. So these are super shiny. They don't look like the standard covers. And if you get these, you'll be able to take them to the game store and they won't get mixed up with everyone else's unless they also have the collector's edition. And if you just want to keep them as a collector's item, they're wonderful and gorgeous and they look great on the shelf. So either way, though, we're going to give away one of these when we get to 1,000 followers here on Twitch. And we are at 676. So we're creeping up there. We're doing so much better. And we thank everyone for their support. And we're trying to make sure that you guys get a little bit extra reward for helping and supporting us, and we just wanted to say we love you and we're giving away prizes. All right, so that is all for that. Let me go ahead and make sure this completed out. Yes, good. All right, so all that business, Kitty's favorite nap place, the top of the tower. So we're gonna go ahead and and is Celtic in the chat right now?
I do know where he is right now. He is actually on Vampiric Touch right now,
Okay.
playing
Right.
Monster of the Week.
If you DM him, just let him know to. I'll give you my email address for him to send it over, and then I'll send him the photo, and
Yeah.
he can pick whichever one he wants.
Yep, hold on.
Yeah, don't bug him right now
Cool.
while he's the show. Just, we'll let him know. All right. And that's how small of a community the D&D and our TTRPG community is. We all basically know each other.
Fair.
That, or we know somebody who knows somebody else who
Yep.
knows that person.
There you go.
Yep. Absolutely. That's how I adopted Ivy.
Hello, that's me.
All right, so let's get back into the nitty and the gritty, ladies and gentlemen. So, as we were saying, you guys are sitting on the street. You just pulled up in front of that office, that brownstone converted into an office building.
Mm-hmm.
As Mark said, as Finn said, he pulled past the building, drove down the street, turned around, and came back. And he's parking about half a block up from the building, and he parks the SUV facing away from the building, in one of the metered parking spaces. Um, After he sets the meter up, and after Rosaline goes stomping off, he does his best to catch up, and you guys are coming into the building itself. As you come into the building, you have two choices. On the ground floor is the tax office on the right hand side, and to the left side, there is a doorway to the law firm. Directly back, there is a staircase on the right hand side of the hallway that goes in the main portion of the building that goes upstairs. So,
Okay.
what are you gonna do? And the lights, in the two downstairs offices are not on.
Is there any placards in the building stating who names, like in a lot of business things, it has the names of who works in the offices?
Not in these, no.
No.
This is like, this
Okay.
says, CNC tax company, and
Yep.
the other one is Bay City IT.
Rosalind's just gonna go upstairs. She don't care. She's going upstairs.
All right. Upstairs, as you get to the top of the stairs, there is when you come up into the top of the stairs, you basically enter into what looks to be an open office. And as you get to the top of the stairs, directly above it and hanging over the doorway, there's over the staircase, there is a thing that says Eternal Law.
Yep. She's gonna go in.
All right. There is a couple of people sitting at desks. It's evening, so it's like getting close to 9 p.m. But there's still people sitting at desks in the main office area. One of them kind of looks up as you come in and smiles. It's a young woman. She gets up and walks over and says, "Do you have an appointment?"
Yes.
"And your name?"
Rosaline?
She's like, "I'll be right back." And she goes walking over. She goes over to what looks like to be the receptionist desk, and she starts typing away at a keyboard. And she says, "Ah, yes. So you're just a bit early. Let me show you to the office. I'll get you to the conference room. I'll get you situated. Does anyone want any tea, coffee, water?"
Tea, please.
I'll have tea as well.
She says, "It's a simple bag tea. Is that all right? We don't have any actually green tea today. I'm sorry."
That's fine.
Disappointing, but it will do.
And Finn says, "I'll take a bottle of water." She leads you across. You kind of walk by the reception desk. You walk alongside these desks that are in what probably was the living area of this upstairs area. There's these desks, 4 desks sitting out there. Directly to the right-hand side, there was what probably was a master bedroom, but it's been converted over into a meeting room. And on the far end of the living area, where it looks to be like there was probably another room. The room itself, the walls have been taken down, and there's 2 big glassed-in offices at the end of the building over there. She takes you into the conference room. There's a 6-seated large oak table, and there's 6 chairs sitting around it, 3 on either side. And as she comes in, she says, "I'll be right back with your drinks." And she walks out, and you guys are kind of in a conference room alone. There is a projector set up to project on the far wall away from the door, and like I said, it's just big, luxurious law office leather chairs sitting around a huge, majestic oak table.
Gonna sit my happy little butt down.
Finn kind of is like, he's pacing back and forth on the other side of the table. He just seems really restless.
That is highly irritating.
And he looks over at you, Emery's, and he says, "Sorry, I just don't like waiting."
Understandable. Still irritating.
He's like, All right. And he goes and sits down, and there happens to be like a pen sitting on the table, and he picks up a pen, and he puts it between his fingers, and he starts twisting it back and forth, and it just starts tapping on either side on the tabletop. Tap 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 tap
I
tap.
think I preferred it when you paced.
Oh my god, I can never do anything to make people happy. He's like, fine. He puts the pen down and he slides it across, and he sits there and he has his hands. He grabs one wrist and puts his hand down, and then he's just sitting there. He's holding it, and he sits there and he's kind of sitting there with his eyes closed, and he just starts drumming his fingers randomly on the table.
Emrys just kind of looks over, raises an eyebrow.
Finn's sitting there with his eyes closed.
Purse? Do I have anything fidget related in there?
I mean, you have a bunch of stuff. Oh wait, you look in your purse.
Yep.
As you open your purse and look in, Brisket's sitting in your purse.
Okay, how the fuck did you? Oh, Brisket.
He's got a set of cards, playing cards that he has open, and you see somehow on the wall of your purse, he's been sticking cards to the inside wall of your purse, and he's playing solitaire.
Why are you so cute? Why?
He looks up, he shrugs his shoulders.
All right, Brisket, I need something fidgety.
Bridget he looks around for a little bit, and he like reaches into his thing, and he pulls out keys on a keychain. He holds them up.
Not loud.
He's still holding up the keychains to you, and he
Thank
looks
you.
just Finn, take it. When you say thank you, you take it. And Finn looks across the table, and was like, "Those are the keys to the car." He took the car keys?
Well,
What if
And-
something happened?
I suppose we don't have to look at in the hiding spot now.
Exactly.
Those were in my pocket.
Okay, and
If something happened and we were running and I reached in my pocket for my keys, then what?
Brisket's in my purse. He would have handed me the keys.
And
As you
just leans back, closes his eyes, and just is breathing now.
as you say that, right as you say that, the coming flying out of your purse is one of those fidget spinners, the one with the little thing where
Yep.
you spin it like that. It comes flying out of the purse and lands on the table.
There you go.
He's like, "What am I, a child? You have to give me a toy?"
You can quit drumming on the table. It's annoying.
Oh, good God. And right about then, the door opens.
Mm.
And as the door opens, Finn just reaches out and snatches the fidget spinner.
To which point, Emrys, still eyes closed. Marriage sure is fun, isn't it?
Finn's like, "We're not married
We're not
yet."
married.
Yet.
So,
Debatable.
a young woman walks in. Curly red hair. She's wearing a very dark blouse. She has on a very thin, like a pencil skirt that goes down to just below her knees. She's wearing black hose. She's got a light smattering of freckles across her nose. She does not have. She's very, very pale. And she walks into the room and she steps to one side. And the same woman who you spoke to before walks in behind her. And as she walks in, a gentleman walks in behind her who frames out the entire door frame. You recognize him, Rosaline. He's huge, muscular gentleman. No
It's
fucking
the Cloud
neck.
Man.
Yeah,
It's the Cloud Man.
It's the Cloud Man. But he walks in behind her, and he kind of like he walks in. He goes and stands at the other up right beside the door into the room, and kind of turns and faces in. But he puts his hands behind his back, and he basically takes a military parade rest stance.
Mm.
And he kind of looks over at you guys, and as she walks in, as Elizabeth Rake walks in, and she kind of looks around. She's got that same pallor of skin color that she had before. There's no pigment at all. She's looking around. Her eyes are that same almost icy silver blue. And she kind of looks around the room and she sees you, Rosalind, and she says, "So,
Hmm.
you've had time to think."
Yes, and I think it is also time you fully tell me what's going on because I've been informed what has been going on here.
And what have you been informed of? Tit for tat. You give me one piece of information, I'll give you one piece of information.
Mab is here?
Your source is good. Mab is here.
And High King David is acting very peculiar and executing people.
The execution part is true. Whether or not he's acting peculiar depends on whether or not he's actually High King David.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Finn's like, "Would you get to the point? What is going on?" And she kind of
Finn?
looks over him. And she's like, "My goodness."
This is Finian.
And she says, "I recognize him from the photos."
Photos.
Well, yes. You don't think we don't use intelligence that we gather about you in order to make sure that we can broker a deal?
That does stand to reason.
But it's violating my privacy.
I don't think they care about
We
your
only
pride.
took pictures of you in public places. If you don't want those pictures taken of you, don't go outside your house. Besides, every single time you walk by a ATM or a street light camera, you're getting your picture taken anyway.
That is very true.
Emery's, you're not helping the situation.
I thought I was helping just nicely.
Finn goes, "And you're annoying."
Ugh.
That's fine. I can just sit here and stare at the pretty redhead.
And she says,
Hello.
"And hello." And as she smiles at you and looks at you, you see that flash, and you see that incredibly beautiful inside canine that comes down far too low.
Ah, I have a friend like you.
She says, "Oh, I know."
I had a feeling you might know.
She says, "And you're Emery's."
Indeed.
Ever thought about joining the other side?
Hold on.
By other side, do you mean the undead or
How are you able
whatever
to walk
side
in
you're
light?
on?
It's not light right now, remember?
No, previously with the coffee shop.
Oh no, this is not Rake. This is the redhead.
Okay.
There's two women in the room and the gentleman. Remember, Elizabeth Rake was dark-haired, long. She was a very
Yeah.
large woman with broad
That's right.
shoulders, and she was
Yeah.
very, very, very pale. This is a much more
Life.
smaller. This is a much more smaller, slight woman who has curly red hair that goes like past her shoulders, and she is obviously a vampire.
Oh. So what is going on exactly?
And Miss Rake goes, "Things have been put in play.
Obviously.
There is a very big power play being made on a scale that I don't think you all really comprehend. I know
Then
you were
enlighten
involved
us.
with the dragon,
And other things, yes.
and the dragon was bonded to, for lack of a better word, a mortal, who was then made into an immortal,
Yes.
which locks the spirit of the dragon to that undead form,
Yes.
which will eventually, oh yes, wow, which will eventually corrupt the dragon and thereby corrupt magic within the world."
Well, he's not on this dimension.
He's been
or-
taken out of play.
Yeah, temporarily.
Semantics.
Semantics are words, and words have power, and I am only telling you the truth.
No one knows that better than I do.
First off, there's many people who know that better than you do, and you know most of them.
That's very true. I meant in this room.
Ah, well, that's debatable, but we're
Sorry,
not going to get
I did
into
not
that
clarify.
part. She says, and she looks at Rosaline, the creature that is inhabiting the seat of power in the Fey realm is not the High King. It is a doppelganger.
Oh,
It was
Are
made
doppelgangers a
from.
normal
It
thing
was made
in your
from
world?
the unseelie spirit of the High King, and it was used to temporarily, at least, supplant him on the throne in order to destabilize the Fey community and cause fracture.
You said that it was made from an unseelie spirit of the Fey King. Does that mean that the Fey King is dead? Or that
No.
his unseelie spirit was simply separated from him and made doppelganger?
It was made from him. High King David may or may not be dead, but he is definitely not himself anymore.
Intriguing.
He says, and obviously something happened to you all.
mm,
That is putting it lightly.
yeah.
Finn's like, I don't even know how much longer I can sit here and listen to this. We're not getting anywhere. And she says, I think that she kind of looks over his shoulder and she says, is it what I think it is? And the young red-haired woman looks around and she says, I would need to be more active, but I can find out. And she says, do the blonde one. And she looks over at Finn, and Finn looks at her and he says, I don't know what the fuck you think you're going to be doing to anybody, but, and then right as he does that, she just locks eyes with him, and he locks eyes with her, and he stops moving completely.
What did you do?
And she goes, shh, I'm listening.
This is fascinating.
She says, she's staring at him for a while, and you see Finn is sitting there, and he's not moving at all. He's frozen. And as he sits there and he's, after a few moments, you notice that there are beads of sweat forming on his forehead. And she says, he's fighting hard, but yes, there has been an effect placed on him. I can remove it of a sense, but there will be a lot of residual trauma from it. But I don't think that's going to be avoidable at this point. It hasn't been there very long. And when she says that, Elizabeth kind of looks around at all of you and she says, when you came here, what happened?
Long version or short version?
Short. And she looks at the other woman and she says, do it. Take it off. And she says, okay. It's like ripping a Band-Aid off a fresh wound.
Well,
And she like walks around the table still holding Finn's eyes, and she like goes up and she takes him by the shoulders, and she's like right in front of him. She's looking down his eyes, and then there's a few seconds like silence, and then Finn's head just breaks eye contact and snaps back, and Finn kind of just sort of falls backwards out of the chair and falls on the ground. She kind of just lets him go, and she says, yeah, he'll be out for a little bit.
Intriguing.
As for the short version, we were on the trod.
And
In the dreaming. In the
okay.
dreaming.
Understood. The means of
It's the
transportation.
path. It's the
Yes.
path to get through the dreaming.
Understood.
It's a yellow brick road.
We ran into Baylor.
And Baylor is...
It's a
Long
large creature.
Celtic lore.
Oh, okay. And he did something to you?
We had to pay a price in order to get through.
Ah, Got it. And I guess the prices were pieces of you, personality,
That
something like that.
That much is
something
obvious.
something we cherished but didn't talk about.
Oh. Yeah, that explains why it's so painful. The redheaded woman kind of walks over to the where she is standing, and she says, uh, "If you want me to, I can do the others, but it's gonna be just as traumatic for them."
If it will make me whole again, then I do
And she
not
kind
see
of
why that would not be preferable.
I'm just. We wanted to make sure it could be done first, so we tested it on someone who was not as important to our plans.
Intriguing.
If you want to be restored, we can take care of it now. And she looks at Elizabeth looks at the redheaded woman, and she says, "That is correct. We can take care of it now." And the redheaded woman says, "Yes, I can probably take care of both of them and not be incredibly."
What's the cost?
taxed."
Hold on. What is the cost of doing this?
Elizabeth spins around, looks at you, says, "Cost? I need you functioning. Whatever they did to you, they neutered you. You're not you. A large portion of you has been suppressed. And if that stays that way, then the person that I recruited, the person that I wanted to do business with, the person that I was trying to broker a deal with, doesn't exist. And this is a new wild card, one I do not know enough of the variances of to be able to bet on. Do we understand?"
Understood.
So
That sounds reasonable.
I know it's very reasonable. So if you're asking what it's going to cost, if I don't do it, it's going to cost me more than I want to pay.
Fair enough. Why don't you let me go first, Rosaline, so that I might I am less important than you are. Also, I just want this done.
She said the redheaded vampire walks over to you, and she kind of she says, "Just look me in the eyes, and when you feel the pressure of my presence, let me in."
Not difficult at all.
She kind of smiles, and she says, "And thank you." And you feel her gaze just lock onto yours, and you kind of feel yourself just losing yourself in her eyes. But then you feel on your inner self, you feel the pressure of this veil of weight come over it. It's like an enveloping presence that's taking control. And as it comes over you, you feel it probing and looking into all kinds of aspects of you. It's looking at your memories. It's looking at your personality traits. It's looking at your darker thoughts, your inner dreams. It's pushing everything. It's moving everything around. And it's going on for quite some time. And Rosaline, you notice that this is taking longer than it did with Finn. But Emery's is not sweating like Finn was. He seems to actually be relaxed. And then after a few moments, you feel the pressure increase, and it's like on this one spot in your psyche. You feel the pressure increase until there is this horrific popping sensation, and you feel this flood and wash of understanding and empathy and emotion, and just knowing that this was all taken from you all at one time.
Emotional damage.
And you basically have you have a splitting fucking headache, but the fact that you were not fighting it stops you from going unconscious.
Oh, that was
Congratulations, you're no longer Spock.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to put my finger on what that was. Oh boy, I need an aspirin or a bottle of
she
aspirin.
just slides her purse over. Brisket might have one. I don't know.
Brisket, can I have an aspirin or 5, please?
Brisket holds up a pill bottle with a prescription label on
Oh,
it.
all you just see is a visible pill bottle.
Yeah.
At this point.
Oh no, he's still enchanted. Remember?
That's right.
Yeah. So you see Brisket's arm holding up a pill bottle.
Oh, thank you. I'll read the pill bottle and make sure that it's in fact something I can take.
It's Valium.
This is Valium.
Brisket's head comes out of the bag and he nods enthusiastically.
I didn't want Valium. I wanted aspirin.
He looks at you and he has a very disappointed look and he chuffs and he goes back down to the bag. And then like one of the little travel containers of aspirin comes flying out.
Grab it. Thank you. And I will just very gently put the Valium next to the purse. I'll take the aspirin and chug back some tea. And I'll look to the redhead. Thank you very much. That was a thing.
So the woman looks over at you and she says, Elizabeth looks over at you and says, I hope it wasn't too traumatizing.
It was something, all right. Pain. It wasn't. It was fine until the very end.
Rosaline, I forgot one thing. I need you to make me just a straight perception roll, base difficulty.
That's 6.
6.
Or 7.
6.
Yeah. So just plain perception, nothing else.
Yep.
Oh, great. Here we go. 1 success.
Okay. As the young redheaded woman is walking back towards Elizabeth and their side of the table, you just catch it just barely that she gives just the slightest nod at Elizabeth. And then Elizabeth says, and Rosaline. Did you want us to take care of yours as well?
Might as well, since you won't do any deals until I am sound of mind, as you call it.
And while that's happening, I'm gonna get up and go tend to Finn.
Yeah, he is unconscious. His pulse is racing a little bit. It's like a little bit high. Like he should be like at a resting pulse of 60 or 70 at most, but he's like 90 something. He's there's something going on that's really causing him some stress and fear in his unconscious state.
Is there anything that I can do to kind of ease that?
Other than like trying to wake him up, or you could use mind magic to try and affect it if you have mind.
I gave myself a point in mind with the experience points.
So with a point in mind, you can do basic rotes. You can do something basically along the lines of calming his emotions.
Let's do that.
Okay. So that's going to be an arete roll, and you're going to be exerting your will against his state of mind is pretty traumatized right now, so it's going to be a DC of 8.
Okay. Well, let's
go ahead
see what
and
we
do
get.
this.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Jesus, nice. All right, so you basically reach out with your mind. You're pressing your will upon him, but you're not doing it violently. You're doing the whole soothing and calming effects, and you feel his pulse race down. The sweating that was on his brow is lightening up, and he seems to relax down and start breathing at a more normal pace.
Good. Easy, Finn. Easy.
Okay, sorry, I was reading a quick DM. So you basically feel him relax. He still has a look of his face still looks upset, but his mindset, at least his physical, is calmed down enough to where he's not looking like he's freaking out. You feel like you might be able to just wake him up now.
Okay, I'm gonna try to very gently wake him up as best as I can.
And he kind of like He's just laying there, and he kind of you just talking to him and kind of giving him a little shake, and he shakes his head and he opens his eyes. He's like, "Oh God!"
Hey, buddy, there you are.
It's like
Easy now.
he kind of looks up and he says, "Where is she?"
Rosaline? She's
No.
right here.
The vampire.
Oh, she's over there.
And he stands up and he looks across the room at them, and he sees her like walking up to Rosaline, and he kind of like looks around the room for a second, and then he leaps across the table.
Oh, damn.
Slides across the table like in a baseball slide, and basically just slides directly into the young redheaded woman, and like trying to basically just bowling into her, and she takes his entire body weight like it's nothing. And she just like reaches out and she like grabs his throat as he's slamming into her, and she's like just holding she holds him up, and she's just like just holding him up in the air like there's nothing to him.
Please don't kill him. I
And
think
she
he
says-
was acting out of emotions. That Finn, just
Finn's
be
like
cool,
got
buddy.
both his hands clenched around her wrist, and he's doing his best to literally hold his body weight up on her wrist so he won't be like relaxed down into her hand and
Sure.
being choked. And he's sitting there and he looks at Rosalind, he looks at you, Rosalind, like kind of around her, and he says, "She can read your thoughts when she does
Yeah.
it.
I noticed that. She did it to me just a second ago.
She's looking for something."
Oh.
I didn't have it.
I apparently didn't have it either.
So we're gonna have honesty time. What are you looking for?
And the young redheaded woman says, that's my business.
Then I guess we're not gonna do anything until I get an answer.
Okay. Because I am here as a contractor, and because I am here and I've been paid, this was a bonus if I could get it. And I think I may have gotten enough.
Oh.
So, I will tell you that I do not need anything from your mind.
But you needed something from Emery's.
No, I needed something, and it happened to be in Emery's, you said? Emery's is mine.
Yes, that's my name. As a show of good faith, because we definitely want to not elicit any kind of violence or
Still
bad
holding
blood
Finn up
here.
like he's nothing.
Would you be willing to tell me what it is you took from my mind?
Yes.
Thank you.
I took specific memories. And I didn't take so much as I copied.
Can you tell me which ones?
Well, yes, but it might things a little difficult for you and difficult for me, and that's really not in my contract.
How about if I give you my word on my power that I will not make things difficult for you as of right now in this room?
And beyond this room,
Well, it depends on what you tell me.
then it's best that I don't tell you.
Okay, how about this? I can promise you that I won't make any trouble for you. I cannot speak for my friends, but I can promise you that...
to keep the information that I give you sealed and only available to you yourself and myself.
I look at Finn and I look at Rosaline, and I look back at the vampire. I can promise you that I won't tell anyone living.
By whose definition? I'm alive as far as I'm concerned.
Hmm.
Clinical or supernatural?
Ah, that's where you run into a snag, isn't it?
Yes.
How about this? In lieu of specifics, can you tell me if it will cause trouble for myself or any of the people that I hold dear to me?
I cannot. Not because of any intentions, but because there are far too many variables to make any type of guarantees. And unlike your kind, I do not have the ability to predict the future.
To be quite honest, oh wait, no, I do have some of that ability, don't
Yes.
I?
Oops. I blacked out the cameras by accident.
Hmm.
Sorry, guys. We're back. She says, I can only tell you this. I took and copied memories. I took them very specifically. And they're going to be utilized only for my purposes. I can tell you that I do not mean you any ill will, and I do not mean any ill will to your adopted progeny, nor your business or practice.
What about the rest of my companions?
The rest of your companions are not part of my contract. And I would answer that to you under a guess, and she looks at Rosaline. I would answer that to you under a zone of truth inflicted by magic. I would answer that to you under a binding of my own blood.
Binding of your own blood.
Which would be consumed in the binding, we understand.
Yes.
I don't have the amount of dots to do that shit. I'm sorry.
She says, that's all I can tell you.
Wow.
If that's not enough, then
I'm not the one that can make that determination as to whether or not that's enough. I'm not the one that you are here to do business with.
I'm gonna wait to do a thing.
You're gonna wait to do a thing.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing it in the office because that would be sus as fuck.
I will turn to Rosaline and will like raise an eyebrow. Is that sufficient?
That's sufficient.
Then we are at an accord. And I will kind of reach out my hands. If I could have my friend back, that would be lovely.
So, one request. Your name?
She kind of smiles very widely, and she says, Karen.
Karen. No last name?
None needed.
If you're who I think you are, we might have a mutual friend.
We have a definite mutual acquaintance.
Huh.
So,
should I send her your regards?
No, I'll be reaching out to her soon enough.
I would
make
a simple request of you. She is very dear to me. I would ask that you...
I know that.
Emery's.
Yes.
That's probably the answer she was looking for in your head.
I
Ah,
do not want. I am not looking at this as a means to gain any leverage over her.
Leverage.
I will not be holding anyone hostage. I will
Hmm.
definitely not be burning anything down.
Now, can we carry on?
Yes, I'm sorry. May we? If you wish, as
I
long
would like.
as. If you wish, and she reaches up and she bites her wrist and she drains some blood into a cup. Very little, but some blood into a cup. And she takes. It's one of the plastic Dixie cups type things. Then she licks her wrist and she slides a cup over to Enry's and puts it down in front of him. And she says, with that, he could literally destroy me.
I will reach into my shoulder holster, pull out a vial, like a test tube,
It will be
and
returned after my work is done.
your blood.
Yes.
How
That
will
is
you
only to
manage that?
guarantee the lady that I cannot do anything directly to her that you would not be able to instantly stop.
Ah, okay then. I will still pour the contents of the cup into the vial, and I will stopper it, put it back into my shoulder holster, and latch it shut.
You can feel the dross in the blood. She's got power.
Yes.
So she kind of walks over to you, Rosaline, and she kind of like, she still has fucking Finn up in the air, and Finn's kind of turning a little blue.
Put him down.
And she says, and she just takes him and she puts him and she moves him over and she puts him down on the other side. And as she puts him down, she puts her hand on his chest and pushes him up against the wall. And she says, don't try that again. And she like just gives just you can see she barely leans, and you see Finn's chest kind of pressed down. He goes like he like just literally goes, and all the air rushes out of his lungs, and then he just slides down the floor unconscious.
Just brought him back.
Oh, you've seen. I mean, who didn't do that trick as a child? He'll be up in a few moments.
Okay. I will go and tend to him, like check his breathing and everything. Just
Yeah, he's breathing. He's actually, as you get over to him, he is already his eyes are starting to flutter and he's starting to come around again. And she walks over to you, Rosaline, and she says, "You will feel the pressure of my presence.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish to be mended, let me in."
Very well.
You meet her eyes. You lock eyes with them. You instantly feel this overwhelming presence, this like a wave just consuming your entire mental being. And you are drawn into it. And you feel the library of your mind being sorted through, being looked at, being appraised. And then suddenly you feel that pressure I described, that sudden point in your mind where all this pressure is magnifying and magnifying and magnifying. And then you feel that fucking sickening, horrendous pop. Like when you have that one spot in your back that's just not popping and
Mm-hmm.
suddenly it pops and it fucking hurts as well as feels fucking amazing. You get that pop and you fucking just sit there and you like kind of like go rigid for a second, and you just feel that pain just magnifying in your head, and you feel her withdraw out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And right before she leaves, you feel a little bit of extra pressure, and then she withdraws from your mind. And she stops and she says, "You will be fine."
She's gonna cry like a bitch.
She's gonna cry like a bitch.
I'll put a hand up from where I am with Finn,
Yeah,
and
Finn's
put a
Finn's already
hand on
getting
her
up, and he
shoulder.
gets to his feet, and he looks at you, and he looks at her, and he says, he comes over to you, and he kneels down beside you, and he looks up at you and says, "Are you okay?"
Just need a minute. Just all that bottling and everything is just
Take
ugly cry.
He
She
looks
is
at
ugly
he
cry.
looks at you, he looks at you, and he literally reaches into a back pocket, and he pulls out a handkerchief, and he hands it to you, and he says, "Take all the time you need." He says, "I'll deal with them." And he turns around and he faces them, and he says, "What exactly do you want with Lady Rosaline?" And Elizabeth kind of looks over at him and says, "Lady Rosaline was going to put us." Lady Rosaline was going to put us in contact with some members of the court by obtaining information from them for us. She says, if she was willing to undertake this, there was going to be some situations that I was going to ask her to observe. I think that we may have moved past that.
Yeah, I was going to say there seems to be a lot of past tense in this now.
The situation has gotten more dire, and much more rapidly than I thought it would. As I told Lady
assuming
Rosalind,
that has to do with the whole situation with the Fey Court being moved up a bit.
yes, as I told Lady Rosaline, I was looking for vengeance. She says, I am, much like all of you, I'm a being of supernatural origin.
Mm-hmm.
Figured that much.
I was murdered centuries ago.
I was right.
I was murdered centuries ago. I was murdered by a creature that I didn't think existed at the time. The only way I can describe it is it is the boogeyman of the supernatural world. This creature
there are lots of boogeymen. Please clarify.
This creature literally feeds on the energies of other supernatural beings. And not like you mages. I know you just use the energy you draw. This creature literally draws its sustenance. It needs them to survive.
Mm.
I would say not all mages, but there are enough mages for it to be a problem, so I understand where you're coming from there.
So if I am, she's sniffling, and she's like, if I am gathering this correctly, you wanted to recruit me because of my house ties. We are the House of Secrets. We obtain secrets. That is literally our thing.
Yes. But it is
now
also...
you no longer lead those secrets.
That's the problem. I believe that this creature is what has taken the place of the
High King.
High King. And so what I need is a way to bring this creature out into the open. It is an old creature. It lives in many mythoses. The one that I've heard the most and most commonly referred to is as a Ru-Garu.
Oh, fuck me blind.
Oh, what?
A Ru-Garu.
No, a Ru-Garu. R-H-U.
A Ru-Garu.
Ru-Garu.
Oh, then I have no idea what that is, but if it's anything like a Ru-Garu, then that's trouble.
It is... She says, what is your description of a Ru-Garu? It may be the same thing.
It is a werewolf, but worse.
Yeah, basically. It is a predator of predators.
Yeah.
And
Granted, I have a dear friend who's a werewolf, and she's amazing. But
I think
I've
the
heard of
nearest thing you
these.
can compare it to is an abomination.
There you go.
Except,
Haven't we met enough of those lately?
but it's not an abomination. It has no real connection to the undead.
What does it have a
a living
connection
thing.
to? It's alive.
Technically, yes. It is alive, it is bestial, but it is also cunning. It is a mixture of all the bad stories. It is a mixture of all the bad legends.
Oh, great.
And it is the type of thing that every supernatural fears. And it is the thing that killed myself and my entire family.
So you have a capital V for vendetta.
The only reason that I am here is because that vendetta has not been meted out. I cannot rest, nor can I die, until I have destroyed this thing.
Hmm.
That's a fun time. Sorry for your plight. It is unfortunate that you have to carry on in this way.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate, but I don't know if there's anything that can really be said that hasn't been said 100 times before.
So your plan is to kill it?
My
If it
plan
can
is
be
to see
killed?
it destroyed. If I can kill it myself, I will.
Well, killing and destroying are two different things from where I'm standing.
So basically, what I'm hearing is we have to confirm it is what it is.
Yes. And I think that the reason I said that that might be in the past now is the executions. I think he has
Yes.
manipulated the court to the point where he is ruling now through straight up intimidation and fear,
Yeah.
and he is actively now killing supernaturals, which is also meaning he's feeding.
Which means I wonder how much Mab knows.
There's
She
Mab in on it.
That's my worst fear. If she set him, this creature, on its current path. And if she did, then this could be
Well,
A clusterfuck?
we need it in the open, right?
and she says, we need it exposed. But at that point, it's anyone's ballgame as to what it will do.
Well, good thing court's coming up. That's a very public affair.
I just don't know how to out it. It is a shapeshifter of unparalleled skill and ability.
Yeah.
Well,
And most substances will hurt it, damage it. But I don't know yet what can kill it. Because it has survived everything that I've ever heard thrown at it.
well,
Oh. Suppose I better start figuring out how to create a singularity then.
well, I guess it's time for me to cause a scene at court.
Are you sure that that's safe? Or wise?
That's not out of character for me.
I mean, it's not, but again, the question still stands.
Finn says causing a scene won't be a problem for her at all. But I think the point that Emery's is trying to make is this creature is already executing people.
What's to stop it from executing you for causing a scene?
Well, don't you have your wand of thunderbolts or whatever it's called?
That's on its way, but
Mm-hmm.
sure. Wand and staff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll be fine.
I am very happy you have such high confidence in us. I greatly
Same.
appreciate it. The young woman with red hair kind of steps in and she says, "If you don't need me, I'll take my payment and go." And she kind of looks around the room and she says, "I think you've done what I wanted you to do, yes." And she basically reaches into the jacket pocket that she's wearing. She pulls out what looks to be a wrapped, very large sum of $100 bills, and she just hands it to her. And the woman takes it and she says, "And my blood."
I will reach into my holster, pull it out. I'll tell our mutual friend you said hello.
She says, "Yes. Yes. Tell her I said hello.
Yeah.
Tell her I'll see her soon."
She loves you, you know.
She looks up at... She has a funny way of showing it.
What?
I think that there are things you don't know.
What?
She looks up, she looks at you, and I said, "I think there's things that you might not know either." And she takes her sleeve, she's wearing a cuffed sleeve down to her wrist, and she pulls it back, and her arms from here on up are nothing but burned scar tissue.
Ah.
And then she pulls them back down.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
We'll see if she is.
I think you know the answer to that question already. If you know
She
her.
reaches over and she just takes the bottle of blood out of your hand. She says,
Okay.
she tucks it into her shirt, and she says, "Have a very good evening." And she turns and walks out.
Bye, Karen.
Wow. That's
And Elizabeth kind
intriguing.
of looks at you all and she says, "So,"
strange
that-
company you keep.
she says, "I needed someone who could help me discern the truth. She came highly recommended."
And it's simply coincidence that she happens to be connected to someone I know.
I never think anything's coincidence.
Wise woman.
I just love the fact that you automatically was going to assume that I lie. Is it because my house is known for lying?
That might be why.
She
You
says,
know, there's an oath that we can do that prevents us from lying if we have.
Yes, I've seen the oath. I've seen
No,
that oath.
there's different oaths. There are totally different oaths. What the one Finn did is an oath of fealty.
Finn kind of looks
Oh.
at you and says, "You know, there's an extent that we tell everyone everything, and this might be a little bit beyond that. I mean, you're
How about
you come from a house of secrets, is all I'm saying."
We're neck deep in it now, Finn.
you know, you wanted to marry me. This is what you're getting into. If you are going to marry me, I'm still out on debate on that.
I'm not. You two should totally get married. You're perfect for each other.
Please.
I will officiate the ceremony.
So Finn looks at Emery's and he says, "I'm gonna
Please
buy you
no.
a car or something."
No,
Sweet.
no. No.
It's gonna be with her money though, so it's okay.
No.
Double sweet. And I just reach a fist open.
He has a fist bumps.
We are not buying any vehicles with my money.
So, yes, ma'am.
I like convertibles, by the way.
Me too.
I can hear you two.
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
you can.
Don't.
Elizabeth
yes,
is like-
ma'am, me.
We still have to make a decision here.
Right.
And we're going to
yes.
stop this scene and cut back over to you guys arriving in the airport.
Ivy's screaming. Vera has no idea what she's happening. Ivy's in a panic. Vera's like, through the airport.
I
Oh,
hate
watching
airports.
you during that entire exchange is.
Oh, I'm gonna clip it later. I'm gonna clip it and put it all together.
Ivy is literally inventing new stages of grief as we speak. She is experiencing emotions that don't even exist yet.
So many.
So, the plane touches down, rolls up to the gate. You guys get off the plane. Of course, the moment you get the plane touches down, Rosaline. Oh, well, jeez, took a second. You guys. Oh, actually, it'll go out to the group text. We're here.
I'm as
Gate
fast as
gate
you can.
6. Do we go to this
Um,
address? Do I need to get an Uber?
A ride is en route. They'll take you to our location.
All right. Just tell them, and she tells you what concourse to go to pick them up at.
Yeah.
She goes like, "All right, let's go get our luggage. They got a ride coming for us already." I don't know how they knew what plane we were on.
One of us sent the itinerary, right?
I sent it, so.
Oh, okay.
She says, so she goes walking off to the carousel. Mark,
Oh.
Pandora, Vera, what are you doing?
Vera is just gonna walk to go get her luggage.
Yeah, Pandora is also walking, but like in a diagonal way that puts more distance between her and Vera.
And Mark?
She is.
I'm just making sure that Vera doesn't leave anything on the plane that I got her.
Oh my god!
Nope, she has it on a bag.
All right.
I put it all in a bag. You probably gave me like a tote bag that you also stole.
Well, no, I had to put all the
put it
stuff in the tote bag because I mean that just makes sense. Like that way, it's just the one
Yeah,
thing I'm
right.
holding when I'm like, this is mine.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys are still walking down towards the luggage carousel. Penny's walking ahead of you, and she kind of like stops and she's waiting, and then you hear the big thing kick in, and the machines go on, and the belts start moving, and you guys are standing there looking at the luggage coming off the belt. After a few moments, Penny grabs her bags. Pandora, your bags come down. Mark, your bags come down. Vera, your bags are not there.
Ugh.
Actually, no. One bag comes down.
One.
Yes. It's your garment bag with your dress for the ball.
Where's the? Okay. All right. Hold on. I gotta go talk to customer service. And she walks. She's like, I hate everything about this bag. Picks up the garment bag, slings over her shoulder, and walks over to go talk to one of the steward or stewardess who's
Yeah.
ever at the front.
You go. They're like. They go. You tell them what's going on. One of them like gets on a walkie, blah blah blah, squawking, talking, and then after a few moments, she says, "Okay, so apparently your bags are not lost. I will say this, but unfortunately, they got put on the red eye to Hawaii.
Why?
It was just a snafu. I'm sorry. They're not going to be back until tomorrow at the earliest.
What time tomorrow?
I mean, the
Guesstimate.
the earliest flight we can get them back on is not going to arrive here until probably afternoon.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave you my number. That way you can call me when they come in. I'll
Absolutely,
fill out
man.
like the little
And of
missing
course, we're going to give you
luggage
a
stuff.
voucher, and we
Of
apologize for
course. Well,
everything.
of
You can
course.
call customer service, and she says you can report this as well and file a ticket with them, and you might get even some more swag. She says, but I really apologize for this. I know that's always difficult, and anything we can do.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just fill out the little ticket thing.
Yeah.
It takes you like 30 minutes over here
Yeah.
doing all of this stuff.
So Pandora, you're sitting there and you see Vera's like talking to the customer service agent, and you see that you're looking at it. Mark, you see this. You're observing the same thing, and as you guys are sitting there, someone walks up and stands right between you, and a voice speaks up, and it's a very high-pitched, odd-sounding, kind of squeaky voice, and it says, "So, you're here for the ball?"
I'm gonna turn and look at this person.
Yes.
So, yeah, you turn and look. The seaming through the seaming, you see about a 5 foot tall, gaunt, almost skeletally gaunt humanoid figure. It has no real lips and no nose. It is wearing all black. It's like a black cardigan on that its neck is insanely long. Its hands and arms are very long and gangly, but it's still only 5 feet tall. So you estimate they could weigh maybe 80 pounds at most. And they're standing there, and he looks at you. He's like, he rocks back on his fourth on his heels. In the mortal for the mortal side of it, it looks like a very small man wearing a black cardigan and black pants. He's bald. He's got kind of pasty skin, and he's got, whereas in his seeming his eyes have no whites and they're all solid black. In his mortal guise, he has black pupils, which is also very rare. And so he kind of looks you up and down, and he says, "Well, what is it?" And his voice is very, very hard to hear.
Because it's like a whisper.
Yep.
The fuck are you cackling for? What the fuck?
I'm just gonna look at him and then look at Pandora and then look at him again and then just gonna like smile from ear to ear. I'm so excited about this.
He says, "This
What?
place literally burns my skin. Can we go?"
Who is
Whoa,
this?
no. You were looking at this all wrong.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah. You don't see that kid over there that's like excited about their trip, that is dreaming about like what they're gonna go do on their adventure. You don't see like that person over there that's never been on a plane before, that's still coming down from the high of being on a plane ride. Dude, you're focused on the wrong stuff in here.
You don't
See that guy over there?
everyone else who is absolutely fucking miserable being trapped in an airport and know they're about to get into a literal soda straw made of the thinnest metal possible to cheapest way possible to hurtle people through the sky at unnatural speeds, and maybe they'll make it to their destination alive. But very uncomfortable. Yeah, that's why this place is banal as shit. It's so banal, they might as well take the goddamn bee out and fuck you up the ass with it. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, we can't. She's doing paperwork, which I know you
Who
love.
are
Who's doing
you?
paperwork?
What the?
Vera's doing paperwork.
Who's fuck is Vera?
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
she's
hey!
she's the person over there that I bet you can't wait to meet. You're gonna
He
love
looks
her.
over there and he's like,
No.
"Who? Where?"
At that point, I think she'll have
Is he
turned
just
around.
not able to see Vera?
I think she was at this point turned around and started to walk back.
Vera walks up and he's kind of he's still looking over to where you're pointed.
She's right in front of you.
Who? Oh my god! What the fuck? He kind of like puts out his hands. He's
Hey.
like, It's like, oh God.
Hey, hey,
Like,
hey!
it's like being in a
Watson,
taxi.
put your hands
Ah,
down.
fuck, that burns.
Put your hands down. The fuck is your
It's like-
problem?
He takes his hand off his head where Vera popped him, and there is a red mark of her hand on his pale skin.
maybe don't touch me.
He's like, what the fuck's going on? Do you guys have a fucking iron ghost with you or some?
Boo.
No, she's not a ghost for sure.
Okay, so there is something that just is burning with just. I don't even know how to describe it, but
Can I see him?
it's yes.
Okay,
You're still enchanted from Rosalind's enchantment.
cool. That's what I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. So and when a dawn comes, you're gonna be unenchanted. But yeah.
Right. Right.
So he's like, what did you bring here?
How would you like me to answer that question, Vera? As I look off into what he sees as nothing.
Vera. So it's named as Vera. What is it?
Well,
Her name.
I mean, that's what she told me, but I guess that could be a lie. Did you lie to me, Vera, or
No.
is your
I-
name
no.
Vera?
My first name is Vera.
No, she says her name is Vera.
Is okay. So I'm fucking used to this because of all the chimera and shit, and people not being able to see them. So I'm assuming this is like that, but in reverse. So maybe you brought something so horrifically anti-Fae that we can't see it. And that's
Oh.
terrifying to me. So I'm going to calmly, as to not make a scene, turn around and walk away. And you're not going to follow me. That way, this all goes smoothly, and I escape, and you go on living your lives with whatever that thing is.
I thought you were taking us somewhere
I
important.
was going to, but no, I will take
this
censure
friend
or
of
whatever
yours?
rather than be near whatever that is.
I'm gonna look over the mark. Is this a friend of yours?
No, I've never met him before, but it's weird that he fears you more than the High King.
Okay, I don't know what they said, but it's not about fearing the High King. The High King can just kill me. This thing could just fucking end me. So
I think like Vera will get like a small little smile. Just
I'm going to go. Your presence is requested at the ball. Your entourage, the rest of the entourage has arrived, and Lady Rosaline has arrived, and we just wanted to let her know that we know she's arrived, and we were going to give you a ride, but
what's
I'm
this
not giving
person's
you a
name?
ride fucking anywhere, and you're not going to get near my car because I spent
What's-
forever enchanting it, and I'm not going to have that shit being burned out by parking it in a. It's already parked in a goddamn cement garage, which is bad enough.
Oh my god, Mark, what's this person's name? Did you get their name?
What's your name?
Enora?
No. My name is now No.
Oh,
Oh, well, he can't see you, so if you want to follow him to the car and touch it, you're more than
Oh,
welcome to. I
God
can't
damn
stop
it.
you.
Do not do that. What the fuck are you telling her that for?
you better
It's that
say your
for.
name then.
Well, I mean, she wanted your name and you said no, and she gets very upset when you don't do things that she asks you to do. I can't really control her.
This is turning out to be the
Control.
worst
What kind of
fucking
Vera
shit
have
errand
you been
ever.
with?
Name. Otherwise, I'm gonna touch him again.
What the fuck am I supposed to do, man? I'm not going to let her get near my damn car, so I'm just going to
What-
sit here.
Well, she said if you don't tell her your name, she's going to touch you again, which is a threat. I know that, but I'm just communicating what she's saying.
Which is a threat. I know that.
Look,
Fine.
I'm
Fine,
just
fine,
a
fine,
Tinsley.
fine. Edgar, all right? My name is Edgar.
He says his name is Edgar.
I don't believe him.
She doesn't believe you.
Edgar Knucklebones is my name. Conjure it with you will.
He says his name is Edgar Knucklebones, and you should conjure it with your will.
I mean, I can hear him, but I think it's funnier when you repeat it.
Me too. I just say me too.
Me too. It's like, What is she?
What?
Can I go now? Is he gonna kill me?
No.
Well, she said you can't go. She said no.
What?
And then you asked if she was going to kill you, and I think the answer to that one was also no.
What do you mean you think? That's a really fucking important question.
Well, she paused and didn't say anything after she asked if you said, "Can I go?" And she was like, "No." And then you said, "Is she going to kill
What?
me?" And she didn't
No,
say anything.
they can go. I don't care. They can go. Mark.
He's like,
I'll ask. Are you going to kill him?
No, I'm not going to kill him.
Okay, well, she said no, she doesn't plan to kill you.
okay,
Yes, he can go.
great. What
I don't
about
know, do you,
the other part?
here's my advice, okay?
Okay.
I looked at Pandora, just like,
She likes stuff like blankets and neck
help,
pillows. Why
Pandora,
don't you just leave her an offering? in the
Pandora,
room?
please.
Maybe
I
she'll
am
like it.
begging.
Look, can I touch him?
He's standing right there.
Can I,
Pandora,
can
I
I
am
t-
begging.
no, like, can I touch him? I'm gonna pick him up by the scruff and just start walking.
He just slips right out of his shirt, like it's nothing.
Oh my
He's
god!
like, "What the flying flip was that?"
I'm trying to get you out of here, dude. We have places to be.
There is a thing that's invisible and is threatening my life, and you want me to do what it's telling me not to do?
Just go. Mark is fucking weird. Just go. Don't trust what he says.
He's the only one who's been communicating with me from the thing that literally burns me by touching me.
First of all, she's not a thing. She's a person.
Well,
Don't be
actually,
rude.
wait. Technically, she's not alive, so you could
What the
use
fuck do you
either
mean
the
she's not
pronoun
alive?
or the word
Hey,
she.
no, we're not.
Oh,
No, we're not
boy.
doing this. We're not doing this. Okay.
What the fuck do you mean it's not alive?
She, motherfucker.
Okay.
Or
okay,
I'm gonna smack you
just let him
next.
go. Just let him go. Just let him go. We'll just find
Security
a different
comes
ride.
walking by,
Oh my god.
and they're
Vera
like
saes you
looking
can
at you
go.
guys as you're all arguing.
Hi. Sorry.
I just look at it. Vera says you can go. I think she's disappointed with the way this whole thing has turned out at this point.
And he kind of looks around. He's like, he looks up at you, Pandora, and he's like, "Is he fucking with me?"
No, she wants you gone.
Oh wait,
Not
one
Vera's
second.
Oh
gone.
fuck!
I'm
Good.
gonna-
Bye.
I'm gonna jump in
Yeah,
front of him,
go.
and I'm gonna take a
Oh my-
selfie that's like me, and then him behind me, and then Vera behind him.
So you snap the picture. You look at the camera, and you see you and him, and you see nothing, and then Pandora.
Oh, I'm gonna point. You're missing.
Yeah.
And he goes like, "Yeah, and I'm missing. Wait, I'm missing now too." And he just like he ducks under your arm, and you really just can't keep a hold of him.
Okay. All right. Different plan. We needed a different strategy.
I'm
We'll-
gonna take
we'll
some more
just-
pictures of Vera and me. Like, is she
Vera
in any of
doesn't
them?
show up.
I'm gonna take a picture of me and Pandora.
Pandora, Pandora does not look happy.
Pandora's like, "Mm."
I'm just gonna take a picture of just Vera, not me in the picture at all. Just like literally put the camera in front of Vera and take the picture.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No Vera. Actually, when you hold your camera up, like to put Vera in the shot, no Vera showing up on your camera.
Mark, I appreciate the effort. You're not gonna get a good snapshot. Sorry.
This is not normal.
No, Mark. None of us are normal. That's like the whole point.
Okay. We can have this conversation later. I'm ready to be done. If we could go, please.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we got a long ride to the hotel or wherever it is we're going.
Okay, great. If we could just go. Vera at this point looks, if she could look haggard, she's done. She's just
Over it.
She's just
Can I sit
Be over
in
it.
the trunk, please?
okay. Look, we will. Okay, we will text the group chat, figure out if we need to get a different ride or if we will just take an Uber or what we need to do.
Sunny's kind of like standing over there with her bags, and she's looking at her phone, and she's like, "Okay, so this guy's says he's outside.
Who's outside?
A ride apparently. Some friend of Finn's, Tuck.
He left.
What? He
Wait,
says he's
no.
outside right now. I mean, it's
What's his name?
Tuck.
Different guy. Okay.
Oh, okay,
grab your
different guy.
stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, grab your stuff, Penny. Let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna send a message in the group chat, and it's gonna say we all landed safely, and it's gonna be like the picture of all of us minus Vera, and I'm just gonna like draw in an arrow space
Oh,
and write the
wait,
word Vera in
wait.
it.
Wait, is the Slua in the photo too?
Yeah.
Yep.
No. Moments later, Rosaline texts, "What the fuck are you doing with the Slua? Why is the Slua at the airport?"
Oh, he came to greet us.
Vera just sends shrugs.
Please tell me you did not get in the car with him.
We did not get in the car
No,
with him. We're
but
getting in the car
the
with
better
Brendan.
question is, why can't he see Vera? Question mark.
No, Rosaline's like texting, by texting, Finn is texting for her. Probably because she's a vampire.
Vera, while
But
everyone's texting, is like
I can
ushering
see
everyone
her.
to the
You
car.
can see her. Ben can see her.
Technology.
Okay. All right, come on. And we like pushing everyone outside. Let's go.
So Tuck's sitting there, and they're sitting outside. There is a large SUV. It looks like it's a jacked. It's not like the Escalade that was picking you guys up. This is like a jacked up old Chevy Suburban from like 1976. It's got
damn.
giant fucking mutters on underneath it. It's got a souped up suspension system that's all chromed out under it. And it's like it has little step ladders that come down so you can actually climb up to get to the doors.
Shotgun.
Red Cat Mobile.
Nice.
And
Can I
Tuck is
sit in the
leaning.
trunk?
And there's a gentleman leaning up against one of the tires. And as you guys
Yeah,
come
sit in
out,
the
he
trunk.
says, "Oh, there you are." He says,
Hello.
Good evening." He says,
Nice to see you.
"All of you are the rest of the."
Yes.
Okay. He says, "Very well then. Let's get on with it." He says he walks around to the back of the Suburban and he reaches up and the door handle you notice has been moved from where it normally is in the thing all the way down to the bottom of the door because literally he has to reach up to open the back of the Suburban up. And he opens the door up and he says, "Just toss everything in there."
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to have somebody come back, or I'm gonna have to come back because they've lost my luggage. They sent it to Hawaii for some reason. I don't know.
Tuck kind of looks over at you and looks you up and down and he says, "So, lassie, you don't have any other clothes?"
No, I'll survive.
Don't.
And he kind of grins. He's like, "That's a pity."
Don't.
You're not my type.
Don't.
He's like,
Don't.
"I'm
Little-
not."
Yeah.
He kind of
that's right.
he kind of looks at you
Yeah,
and
that's
says,
right.
"I'm not anyone's type."
Yeah, you're a
Well-
little short for me.
He's like, "Oh, you like him bigger?"
Just not. How tall are you?
He's about 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, she's just like, no, just not. As she like measures, just not this.
He's like,
And then she'll get up in the car.
"Just not this." And then he like kind of like looks at you and he just
Needs
starts
to be a little shapelier.
he starts to flow like a liquid. And now he's about 6'6", and his shoulders have widened out by about 18 inches. And he is not, it's not like he's a bodybuilder. He's like more like a strength competitor. He's got that huge barrel chest, the stomach that kind of sticks out a little bit, but it's just because his fucking abs
Uh-huh.
are that huge that they just stick out. And his fucking legs turn into like these tree trunks.
Sir.
And he's like,
Have you...
Yeah, well,
I'm
she's
just-
gay,
and
so
he
let's
says,
drive.
he says, "I'm just trying to be accommodating."
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
good fucking look. She's gay. Let's drive.
Vera's
You
like
think
looking to
gender's an
Pandora.
issue here?
Let's go. Let's
Vera
fucking
looks
go.
at Pandora. Pandora, why are you so defensive?
Am I wrong?
I'm just confused why
Am I
you're suddenly
wrong?
so worried about it.
So as you all look away when you turn back, same exact figure, except all facial hair gone, and it's a woman.
That's what I was waiting for.
And you hear a much a slightly lighter voice say, "As I said, there is no problem."
Well, congratulations. Let's drive. Let's drive. I'm sick of being outside.
Vera's just looking at Pandora, just bewildered. Just I don't understand what your
Oh,
problem is.
Vampire
Pandora's
Touchy and T
fighting
has
for her
rated us.
clothing
Hi
line.
guys.
Hey.
Hi.
I don't understand what
We're
your
having
problem
awkward
is.
moments.
Look, I just like let's just
You
let's
just what?
Go. Let's just go.
Thank you very much for
We
the
have
follow,
places, we have
Slytherin
places
Wesley.
to be.
Okay,
You
but
gotta
you
go.
were worried. You were awful worried about it a second ago, and now it's let's go.
But, so like let's get going. Let's get moving.
I don't understand what your problem is.
I have too many lists. So
I don't
let's go.
understand what the problem is right now, because you've been acting weird since yesterday. Since like,
And
you gonna talk about it, or are you just gonna?
he starts just like grabbing
It's-
luggage
I-
off the curb, or
I-
they
yeah,
start just
I-
grabbing luggage off the curb and throwing it in the back of the
I'm-
Suburban.
That's fine.
I'm
We're
not
never gonna
talking about
fucking
it
leave
right
at this
now.
rate.
We will leave.
I'm not talking about it right now
Why?
because
Because if you don't talk about it right now,
Penny's-
you're not going to talk to me about
Penny's
it ever.
trying to
so,
get up on the ladder to get into the jeep.
She's
She just like- She's like, how the
Oh,
fuck
my
do you
poor
do
daughter.
this? She's
Oh
like,
my
it's like
God.
all right,
almost
you know
to
what?
my
To
waist.
the car.
And she
I
comes
looked at
up
Pandora.
behind her.
We will
and she
talk
grabs her
about
by the
this
waist and
because
like lifts Penny up and puts
No,
her
we
on the
don't have
stairs.
to. We don't have to. It's fine. We don't have to.
Pandora, you don't have a
We-
choice anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna turn around from the front seat and I'm gonna say, no, we agreed that on the ride over there, we were discussing you and cameras.
Okay, all right. On the right over there, we will discuss me and cameras. Pandora, you don't get a choice anymore. We will be talking. We will be having this conversation one way or another. Do you understand? Good. And I'm gonna get in the car.
Penny's like sitting in the car, and she leans forward to Mark and says, "This is gonna be the best ride ever." And we're gonna wrap for the night.
Aw.
Oh, we have a fucking plethora of scenes to select from this evening.
Oh boy.
I can't wait to go through and clip things.
Oh shit.
No.
God.
Gonna be a heartbreak.
So, as per our
I'll
usual
break
situation,
them.
we give out 3 XP for all our players per episode. But we have a thing we started doing a couple episodes ago, and that's where we go through and allow the players to nominate each other for best scenes of the night. And if anyone in the chat wants to, oh, thank you so much for the gift sub. That's really appreciated. And the chat gets to vote as well. For those of you who've been here all night long, you can either vote for the ones that the cast do, or if you have another one, you can just type it out in chat, and we can go ahead and bring that up as well. So, who wants to start this evening? She's gay. Get in the car.
Yay, get in the car.
Every week I take like my favorite line from either night that I play with you guys and make that my new status.
I love
And
it.
I have
Get in
multiple
the car.
friends.
Thank
that
you very
are
much for the
actively
follow,
invested in it.
Yami Ascending.
I just like, she's gay. Get in the car.
She's gay. Get in the
Don't
car.
fucking
Okay.
tell
I'm
me.
here for it. I'm here for it.
I will say my favorite, just anything, is Emery's just being Spock for a while.
Yeah,
Robot
oh
Emery's.
my God.
Yes.
No, the scene in the car specifically is like, you two should have children. You know, that
Oh,
whole
that was
thing
so
in
good.
the car.
Emery's Sphinx definitely nailed lack of empathy for fucking sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the whole, oh, you two should have children.
How many do you
What?
want to have?
How many?
You plan on having children? What? Full House
What would be the
right?
most non-empathetic thing to say in a moment this
That's already
tense?
tense.
There we go.
In a moment
Children.
ripe with tension. Okay, so
That was my favorite. Was just
so-
the
and-
car, the children scene.
Jessica chose she's gay. Get in the car.
Listen.
Get in the car. I looked on a pin. Like, she's gay.
I
Get in
just
the car.
get in the car.
That's a shirt.
Get in the car.
Oh God, I gotta make a gif.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh Lord! And
Oh, thank
her
you very
ex
much
is
for the
back.
bits.
Pandora can't catch
Really
a fucking
appreciate
break.
Sorry, I'm laughing too hard to talk.
God damn
Oh my
it.
god.
Her
She's
ex
gay.
is
Get in the
back from
car.
her ex is back from the dead.
Hydrate.
She's super strong and hot and magical, and then this guy can fucking shapeshift. This fucking bullshit. And then there's Mark like doting on her like a weird creepy butler. This is fucking bullshit.
Trauma.
Oh my
I
god.
love it
You
here.
know what? What was your favorite scene tonight, Milagro?
Yeah, there you go. Milagros, you're up.
I'm going through. I think I'm also going to vote for Sphinx. Except I really liked the like shift from like Spock to okay, he's got his stuff back and like being the dad again. Just because like one, it's a huge relief, but also because like Sphinx did such a good job at like acting those two parts like super close together. So like yeah, that was super cool to see. And also thank God because Robo Emery's like we need at least one emotionally intelligent person and it's not gonna be me. So like
God.
Oh boy, I love that.
Yeah, Jessica said I think she's gay. Get in the car was gonna be the episode name.
It should be. It should be. I'm
Oh
here
my
for that.
god.
The sheer amount of context.
So that's 2 votes for Sphinx for Emery's for 2 different scenes. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
So I loved everything with Emery's tonight. However, I'm going to actually go with Jonathan handing Vera a bunch of random shit she didn't need. Just the idea of him walking away and coming back with here you go and this and this and this and this and this and this and this.
Does this make you happy?
You like
Does
stuff,
this make
right?
you happy? Does this make you
like
happy?
So first for that, and then for
Oh,
Emery's, it would
blood
be just a
bond.
conversation of like, you know, she loves you, right? Like that sentence killed me. And I was like, oh, I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thanks for that.
Emrys would know that.
Yeah, no, he does. That's the whole. You have my backstory.
Yeah,
For the most part.
at this point, I once it makes sense for me to know, I would like to know because everything just feels so out of context for me.
It's a
Like,
very good backstory. I will say.
It's
It's real
amazing.
good.
Like it's amazing. I've only seen like 4 puzzle pieces
Just
of
wait
it.
till it comes together. It'll be great. But no, it was the random stuff, and then second would definitely be that, you know, she loves you, right? Just because I was like, that physically pained me.
Yeah.
I loved watching you just like
I
squirm
invented these stages
tonight.
of grief.
What?
I was like, I could sit here quietly, and all of this shit's happening, and Vera's like, I'm just on a plane.
All right, so that's one for Jonathan and Mark. Who's next?
I'll go. I would, if I could, I would nominate Ivy for her reactions to that entire scene.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
that was
I'm gonna go through and clip all of the reactions and just put it in a compilation. It'll be great.
Hydrate
that was
posture
that was
check.
that was
I'm gonna call it
so
Ivy's
good.
stages of grief. It'll be a good time.
But if I can't nominate that, then I will nominate Jonathan for his absolute like latching on to the idea of a food court.
Yes.
Very
Like,
good.
that was
That was
And-
fucking
and-
brilliant. Just the whole randomness of the food court. Googling.
It was very good.
and in second place, like Pandora's entire like protectiveness over Ivy in the airport. Like that was so good. That was so good.
Vera's so angry. She has no idea what's happening.
It's really fun.
I would like to
It's
say
just-
that this is the first time Vera has ever yelled at Pandora, which is a new thing.
you know,
That's me. A time.
All right, Jonathan, you're the only one who hasn't gone.
I'm gonna go with Sphinx's unemotional reaction to stuff. I especially like the whole conversation about children.
It was just so good.
All right, so what we have here, we have 2 for Sphinx. We have
That's-
what, 2 for Jonathan? Do we have a tie?
It's three for Sphinx.
Oh, is it
It's
3
3
for
for
Sphinx?
Sphinx.
Okay, so Sphinx
Yeah.
wins.
Mhm.
So Sphinx gets an extra XP for Emery's, and we are. Whoo, that was fun as shit.
This is a good session.
It was fun as shit.
Emotional damage.
I think we're
That's
really.
but probably next session.
I think we are really capturing the what we do in the shadows theme.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm
Fucking
here for this.
Fucking
Tears cry.
socially inept chaos goblins just running around.
Veer's Emery is going to come up to Veer and be like, "So by the way, this happened. She's not going to know what to do with that."
Yeah.
Great. After this
Yeah.
whole long conversation with Pandora,
Don't
we're going
worry,
to talk
don't
about
worry.
this.
Don't
And
worry.
the best part is that Pandora's immediate reaction to hearing about this out of context, like seeing Vera's reaction, would be like, do you want me to kill her for you, or is that not the
Aw.
appropriate? Like,
No,
like,
I
Pete,
can't
Pete,
wait.
That's
do
not
you
the
want me to
appropriate
kill
response.
that guy for you?
I don't think. Like, hold off, hold that thought, because that might be still a thing. But like right now, not appropriate.
I know this is probably not hilarious to y'all's characters, but it's hilarious to Mark. From here on out, you're gonna constantly get stuff in the group chat. Like right now, there's a picture that goes out, and the caption is Vera and Pandora are having a moment, and it's just like Pandora arguing at air because you can't see Vera.
Oh my!
Oh my
fucking
god.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god.
Dude,
Oh
that
No.
needs to go
my
up
God.
into the RP section for Emerald Sanctums.
Yeah, no,
Hell yeah.
seriously, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
bad.
Don't worry. Rosaline is gonna snoop with soothsaying stuff on our lovely redheaded Karen because I can get information on shit.
Yeah, it was you. It was your little reaction to Emerson being like, "She loves you," right? And you going, "What?"
I know. Em nearly stood up. She was just like, "What?
What? It was. Oh, it was the very like vivid of what? What do you mean? Like,
What do
Oh
you mean?
man.
oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
for that.
Okay.
Spill me the gossip. This is a secret I don't know. Tell me.
Correct.
All right. So thank you everyone for being here tonight. My players are fucking amazing creators. Sphinx, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, DM. Everywhere else is Sphinx Akasha. That's Akasha with 2 A's at the end. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can find me right here at Dinner in the Game. Tonight, Tuesday, playing Emerald Sanctums. On Wednesdays with Milagros and a few other people playing Kingdoms of Mist, which is our Treasure Planet D&D homebrew. And that's lots of fun. On every other Friday, you can find me with the Alex Bomb channel, playing Initiatives and Intrigue, where I play Badru Kamar, who is an Asamar bard / cleric. On the Fridays when I'm not doing that, you can find me on the ADH Adventures channel, where I actually run my own game called Agents of the Circle. It's a D&D Eberron homebrew, where I DM a bunch of burned agents who are now trying to get revenge and figure out why they were burned. Right now, they are in the midst of getting ready to carry out what we are calling a heist snapping, and that is they are breaking into an enclave to steal both a book and a person. It's going to be great.
It's
So
not
that'll happen,
kidnapping if you put the book on the person and then take the person.
and then
It's
take the
booknapping.
person. Yeah.
It's borrowing. It's borrowing.
Yeah, you're borrowing. You're borrowing with no intent of returning.
Exactly. Long time.
And that will happen next week. Initiative and Intrigues is this week. On Saturdays, every other Saturdays, you can find us find me with the ADH Adventures channel, playing Heroes Arc, which is run by Halfling Wizard. We're in a pirate arc right now, and there's loads of crazy shit happening. We're searching for a phoenix. We're searching for my character Raziel's lost memories, and that's a crazy time. And on the alternating Saturdays, you can find me with ADH Adventures as we play Unlicensed Magic War Crimes, which we are about to get into our second episode of that, where I play Zan, who is a paladin, Oath of the Watcher, with a dark secret.
We love that.
Excellent. And Milagros, where can folks find you?
I got that. Folks can mostly find me like consistently here on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. Dinner and a Game cannot get rid of me. I live here.
And we love having
I
you.
am exactly actually 2 months to the day from away from my commencement. I'm graduating college, and I am on spring break right now. But the next, well, like more like month and a half are that last half of the semester, finals and stuff. I will be on TikTok if I can. I'm currently working on a super long arcane crack video. It's just all of Savika's screen time, which is about 18 minutes. So it's going to take me a while to edit. I promise it will be very stupid and very poorly made because I'm learning how to edit as I'm going.
Here for it.
But
I want this.
oh, it's super dumb. But
We
once
wouldn't
I
have it any other way.
once I've graduated and have moved, I'm moving to New York City in June. Do have a lot of content coming on TikTok, on YouTube, and I will be starting up on Twitch again. Because this has kind of become my favorite platform because of Dinner and a Game.
Oh,
So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it definitely wouldn't be Dinner Game wouldn't be what it is right now without you. So thank you
Seriously.
so much. You are like the sweetest bean, as M would say. Ivy, where can folks find you?
Find me. You can find me every Monday over at Dice Cream Sandwich. I play Farrell, who's the Circle's Moon Druid. We are coming up on the end of our 2-year campaign. We're currently in the midst of fighting our BBEGs and getting to the end game, and should be finished up by the end of April, which is both sad and amazing that we've made it 2 years. So bittersweet. You can find me every Tuesday here. You'll find me every Friday over on my own channel, and every alternating Friday, hopefully, here,
Hopefully.
where I'll be DMing with the lovely Bray as a player.
Yes, I get to play.
You get to play.
Nice.
Holy
Well,
shit.
I know. We'll be.
Except for that whole hopefully part that she said, which scares the fuck out of me.
It's fine. It's a Suicide Squad game. You'll be fine.
It is.
Yeah, that's basically where you can find me, as well as TikTok and Instagram as well.
Yep. And by the way, everyone's links, of course, are in chat as we're talking to everybody. We already spoke to the hardest working man in streaming. How about we speak to the hardest working woman in streaming?
So Mondays, as of recently, you can find me on the Cantrip Cast, where we are running a bunch of one-shots for Benji's Guide to Rentucky Island, which is a Kickstarter that is done by the Cantrip Cast and Brandon the DM. The book is fantastic. I've already seen some stuff behind the scenes. Tuesdays, you can find me here. Every other Thursday, you can find me on Turn to page 394, where we are running a Star Wars 5e game where nothing is really canon and we are just a bunch of chaos gremlins, and it's just a kickback and relax kind of game.
Yep. And
Fridays.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Fridays, you can find me on Spotify, where we drop every other Friday. We drop an episode of Arcadia Bay University, which is a Monster Hearts podcast. You can find me on Vampiric Touch ENT, where we play Exalted, the Volition of Onyx and Gold. And then right after that, you can find me on the Figment Collective. We are wrapping up the Chronicle, it seems like, for PDX by night. So who knows what's going to happen after that. And then Sundays, you can find me on Figment Collective, where I play Monster Hearts in the afternoon. I actually get to play. I don't DM.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I know. I'm. That's one of the things I love about having you on here, because I actually because I'm a forever DM too, and so I give you a chance to play, which is wonderful for me, and I get to have M on my cast, and she gets to play characters that I get to traumatize along with everybody else.
That's okay.
Consensually traumatized.
That's okay.
Consensually traumatized.
I'll make
It is
sure you experience
consensual
that, right?
trauma. So there you
Hey, that's
go.
okay. I'll give that back to you. That way, you come full
Oh,
circle.
I look forward to it, and I'm going to be playing the grizzled, gritty asshole who is going to have all the lovely backstory of why he's grizzly, and I'm
Oh, it's
leaving
Love
tons of
it.
people alive in my history for you.
oh, I love that.
There you go. So
Love
yes,
it.
torture, torture, anarchy. Uh, Jonathan, thank you so much for being with us. Jonathan is one of the original members of Dinner and a Game. He started with us way back in 2018 when we were just a podcast. Jonathan just here because he loves the game and he loves playing and he loves supporting the community, but he doesn't like having his socials out. So hi, Jonathan. And my beautiful wife, who has been watching in the other room, and I've heard her busting out laughing several times. And we will be seeing her hopefully next week if we can get her character finished and everything ready to go. But we want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting us. As always, remember, if you follow us here, which a lot of people did tonight, we really appreciate it. But if you follow us here, you will automatically be eligible to win this set of books. This is the D&D 5e base set, which is the player's handbook, the monstrous manual, the DMG, and a GM screen in that incredibly gorgeous sleeve. These are actually, as I said earlier, these are the foil stamped books. So they have the shiny, glossy covers with the kind of like the glossy finish and the foil stamping underneath. And they don't look like normal books. They look different. They're unique. So you'll be able to keep track of them at the game store. And if you don't want to take them to the game store, they're gorgeous books and they look great on the shelf and they're great collector's items. So what we'll do, oh, and hydrate. And so we'll be giving that away when we hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. Currently, we are sitting at 678. So we went up two more tonight. Thank you very much. And we will be doing this. We'll be giving that away as soon as we hit 1,000, which we're rapidly getting towards. And also, if you follow us over on TikTok, you can find this, which is our giveaway we're doing there. And that is a 3D printed Wizard's Tower. This is 4 stories tall. It has the crenellations across the top. It has windows that have blinds on them. It has arrow slits on another level. You can actually take this apart and reassemble it any way you want to in the Wizard's Tower configuration. The top level has a hatch that opens and closes to give you access. The bottom level has a door that opens and closes, and there's staircases for every single level. We're giving this away. We hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. I don't remember where we're at right now. Let me check. Hang on one second. Tiki Talkie. I gotta be quick to hit pause.
Death. Hold on.
Yes, Death. So on TikTok, we are actually at 873. So we are literally like 120, 127 away from getting to that 1,000. I'm actually going to make a TikTok about the tower because that usually gets us quite a bit of a draw, and we can complete that out and give that gift away as well. So any way you do it, any way you cut it, if you follow us here, we're going to do our best to make sure we reward people who try and give us help. As with any situation like this, with the creators, if you just follow them, that's the best thing you can do to make sure that you're showing your appreciation for the work they put into creating this content for you. And we always appreciate it and love it, and that's why we kind of run the giveaways and everything like that to give back to our community and to help give people to want to actually give out more to their communities by promoting our show, by promoting their own shows. We have tons of partners, and we love having them, and we want to make sure that we give them all the love we could. Benji's Guide to Rentucky Island is an amazing book. The Kickstarter is fully funded, so it's going to go out. We're trying to get some of the actual extra rewards unlocked so we can get even more items for more bang for the buck. But it will be it's an amazing book. Brandon is an incredible creator, and he has come up with a lot of insane content. He and his crew have come up with a lot of insane content, and I think there's something like 20 some odd magic items in there alone.
There is over 25, and one of them is, I don't know what they're gonna name it, but it is canonically Nova Cree's snack bag. So it is a magic item that gives you the snack that you want whenever you pull it out.
Nice.
Yep.
So, and all these stuff, all the stuff that the Cantrip Cast puts out is amazing. If you can follow them, they're amazing. If you want to show us support, you can order coffee from Geek Grind Coffee. Almost all of us on the show drink one or more of their products. They're incredible. We have tons of bags of coffee now because we're always ordering from them, and we have bags of tea. It's really, really amazing stuff. They buy from almost exclusively women-owned ranch farms that grow the coffee beans, and so they're really trying to be supportive of everyone, and they're amazing. So if you can, go there, look it over. I highly recommend Dwarven Dawn. It's probably one of their best coffee blends. And if you can find any of it, there was some left over. There was that gingerbread and cinnamon
Oh
gingerbread
yeah.
coffee, and that one, no,
Hmm.
eggnog and cinnamon. No, and
Yep.
eggnog and gingerbread. Gingerbread, that's what it is. Eggnog and gingerbread. It was from the holidays. They're
Ooh.
almost out of all the bags of it, but they do have K cups if you have a Keurig left. So, and right now, if you do an order of $60 or more, they're giving 10% off. And so, and if you use our code, we'll get a little bit of something from them. And it's a great way to help the show out and get some really amazing coffee or tea for yourself. And other than that, thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and give someone a raid. Does the crowd have any choices for raids?
Who is on right now?
ADH Adventures is on. Dice Cream
Yeah.
Sandwiches is on.
See, Vancouver by night.
Ice cream just finished.
Dice Cream is finished. Okay,
Yes.
so
They rated
there are-
Dorktails.
okay. So, do you want to? Does anyone have anything? Anyone that particularly want to go? Otherwise, yes, Milagros.
UST is streaming.
Oh, UST is streaming. We haven't read them in forever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll go raid them real quick. And it looks like
Ooh.
they're doing D&D, so that's good. I hope they're doing D&D.
Nice.
But either way, UST is Unusually Serious Turn. They're a great show that puts out both TTRPG content and gaming content. They do stream games and everything like that as well. So when we raid them, what we're gonna do is shout out, give them some love. If you can, give them a follow. Everyone that we raid, we usually know them, and we're doing our best to help out fellow streamers and bring the love to them that you guys have shown to us. So do your best to make sure you let them know where you came from, and just do what you can to support small streamers. All small content creators. All we want is to know that you appreciated what we've done. So thank you very much, guys. Remember, at dinner game, we always save you a seat at the table. And tonight, we're going to bring that table over to the UST show. Be safe. Wear a mask when you can. We want you to come back and enjoy the show next time. We love you, and we'll see you in 7 days for the next Emerald Sanctums and tomorrow night for Kingdoms of Mist.
That's right.
And cool. Whoops, I did mess. I thought I hit raid already.